boom, boom. Ba, ba. All right, it's time to open up the Christmas room. Is the Christmas room open? I don't see it open. I don't see the lights on. I don't see the bubble lamps. I don't even see Santa's light on. What is going on here? I don't know. What is going on here? Okay, so let's close out all the windows that we don't need. And let's, how about if we kind of like roll the intro? You think it'd be a good idea to roll the intro? I think so.
Sit back, relax. You are about to watch a Peter Gregg video. Something warm, human, and wonderful happens when you watch Peter Gregg.
Here we go. We are live. It is Friday night. We have hit September. All right, let's turn the lights on in this place. Let's turn the lights on. Peter needs a hair light, okay? So let's give the old guy a hair light. Boom. Hey, we gave Peter a hair light. Yay. Christmas tree. How come the Christmas tree is not on? Let's take care of that. Whoa. Okay, Christmas tree is on. Here we go. We are rolling. What camera are we on? I don't even know what camera I'm on. But we must be missing something else. We must be missing something else. There's the Sony. How about the Nikon? Oh, the other Nikon. I have the other Nikon on, and it's plugged into a USB-C on the other computer. So if all goes well, guess what? We will be having a Nikon that doesn't go to sleep on us, okay? So let's go turn on the bubble lamps, okay? Which camera? Okay, I'm on the ZFC. Let's go over to the Z6. Why? Why not? Okay, because the Z6 will give me this bubble light, this bubble lamp right here. Hi, Sammy. I see you, buddy. How's my buddy Sam? I love you, Sam. I see you, Raymond. Oh, my God. I better not start. I better not start. I better not pout. Da-da-da-da. Okay, so here's the second one, and there's the third one. Now, watch. The colors will change in synchronization for at least maybe 30 seconds or more. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. There's the bubble lamps. All three. 1, 2, 3. Now, the lights are in synchronization. So actually, we're on Myrtle tonight. We're on Myrtle. We are on Myrtle. Not the turtle, but the Myrtle. There's a difference between a turtle and a myrtle. That's Myrtle. She doesn't look like a turtle. And I got a microphone bar here. You see the microphone bar? And what's the point of it? Hey, boys and their toys. Boys and their toys. Toy, 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 toy. Toy. I know, I'm not a comedian. I better stick with it. Did I get everything on now? No, I didn't. I still got this light that needs to go on. Boom. That was that in the frame? No. And this light needs to go on. So somebody needs to pay attention in here. Otherwise, Tom Buck will give you a detention. Okay, so let's get the rotating cameras up and rolling. Simon is just finishing up on Ordinary Filmmaker. His a really, really nice interview show with 3 other guys and him, 4 people. Yeah, just one set of 4s, not 2 set of 4s. Okay, so we got a few things that have been changed for those that are keen on everything that goes on in here. I have an amp, a preamp, a high quality preamp, and no, it's not the Focusrite Scarlett. No. You never heard of it? I didn't either. Don't worry. Don't get up. I was told to get it. I told it. I mean, I got it because I was told to get it by an audio engineer kind of a person, and I didn't like it, honestly. So I got a different one, and I'm sending that one back. So we're on the different one. This is called the SSL2. Not 1, not 3, but 2. So I'm using it right now. And what you should be hearing is a little bit better quality audio. It doesn't sound any better? I'll send that one back too. Okay, so let's change the batteries on on the mic, the lapel mic. Okay, so let's change the batteries on the lapel mic really right quick. Okay, so I got 2 batteries in here, and they have been in there from last week. Which camera am I on? The ZFC. Hi ZFC, how you doing, buddy? Oh, Z6. Sorry, I have to read my own labels. They're right over here. Okay, so here we go. Okay, and I also have this mic is also on that same new SSL preamp. Okay, the SSL2 preamp. So now I've got this guy on and this one. All right, so I think I should turn one or the other off. All right, so let's lower Myrtle down. Okay, let's lower Myrtle down. Let's go over here. It doesn't have a long cable, so I'm gonna come over here. I lowered Myrtle down, and now I'm talking to you right from the heart. Well, the microphone is actually very close to my heart. It's right here. See it? See it right there? Boom, right there. Okay. So now we can start the show. However, one more thing. Okay, so I got the ZFC is actually plugged in to a, what do you call it? USB-C cable into the other computer, so that's giving it the juice. And I was able to put this guy into action. Let's get up here and show you. I have the ZV-1 back online. No, it's not the belly cam. Very funny. Whoever said that. It's not the belly cam. It is like the Panasonic used to be, where I can show you stuff. Okay, so that's a microphone. Let's say I had a camera to show you that would be interesting. I could hold the camera up. Actually, I can zoom this guy in. I can zoom that one in. And because the autofocus is hot, yeah, it's 4K. I can bring that right up to you there, and she'll focus on it. Isn't that really cool? Can you guess what kind of camera that is? Huh? Can you? Can you? So that is the belly cam. No, I better not start that because I'm going to be calling that the belly cam from now on. So if I have to show you something, I could show you something there. So now we actually have 4 4K cameras, and I was supposed to have the Canon 90D in here today, but FedEx has delayed it, and probably because of the hurricane. I hope everybody is safe and sound up that got, what was the name of that one? Ida or whatever it was up there. And Aaron Short, I am thinking of you. His building got flooded out. Hello, can you hear me on this one, this one, this one, this one, or this one? You can't hear me. What are we doing? Okay, so let's get rolling and seeing who we got in here. I think we got people that are awesome people in here. So, Aaron. Hey, Aaron, I was just talking about you. Aaron was in the hurricane. His building got flooded. Aaron had to stay up all night long because if the water got any higher, it would have come in. And he does a live show 3 times a week. I believe it's 3 times a week. And all the equipment and his guitars and the pedals, the computer, the cables are sitting right there. And he happens to have a wall air conditioner. And that means it goes through the wall. Hello, anybody can follow me? Can you read my lips? It's a wall air conditioner. So he said if the water got much higher, he was concerned that the water was going to come in and flood his, whatchamacallit, the apartment and the room where he's got all his very expensive equipment. So our hearts are with Aaron, our hearts are all with Aaron and everybody up there that had, you know, the troubles this weekend. And that's probably why the camera was delayed, because it was shipped from B&H. Duh. I just put, you see my lightning fast mine? So that's what we got going. So let's see. Scotty is here, and what did you bring, Scott? I'm hungry, and you usually bring some kind of a snack. Scott brought baked mac and cheese. I don't know why I see bacon. I think I got bacon on the brain. Okay, baked mac and cheese tonight. I love mac and cheese. You know, I am trying so hard to get the Chick-fil-A has macaroni and cheese. And I love macaroni and cheese. And we've actually been there, and I forgot to order it. Can you believe how dumb I could be? I actually forgot to order the mac and cheese, and I want to know if it's any good, because it's very hard to make a good mac and cheese. But I did. After I got fed up last week, no, it was the beginning of this week, I made my own mac and cheese, and it came out wonderful. One of the best mac and cheeses I have had. Randy, my buddy, old pal, well, I better not call him old. Old Randy. How you doing, buddy? I love you, dude. I love everybody, just so you know. Okay, not picking anybody out. But thank you for being in here. He said he's number 2. Well, unless I'm not counting right. Well, yeah, because I think Scotty got in before you. Yeah, there was a delay in the internet. It wasn't you, Randy. It was the internet. It got delayed. Oh, Scotty's going right for my heart. That's it, Scott. Oh, okay, I'll marry you. No, I won't marry you. But if you bring the, I thought he said brownies. Where's the brownies? Where did I read brownies? He did say brownies, right there. Brownies for dessert. So now I'll marry you. You're staying in the other room, all right? Brownies for dessert. Now we're talking. Baked mac and cheese, brownies, and Randy. Now you can't have a better evening than that. Oh, Randy goes, all right, I'm number 3. Okay, you can be number 3. Okay. So let's keep it rolling. And Scotty says, almost, Randall, almost. Ah, here's Charles. Charles, I saw you live. You do so good when you're live. You're just amazing when you're live. He was live, and I said hello, and he goes, Peter, I'm so glad you're here. Let me give you a tour. And he showed me all of his equipment, and it just rolls off the tongue naturally, like Randy was, Charles was just born to do live streaming. I mean, he does it magnificently. So if you guys haven't seen Charles doing his live streaming, it is amazing. So it's Labor Day weekend. Yes, I know, and that's why I have to be careful with the time tonight, that I can't, I should just do 10 to 11, because we're leaving to go upstate a little bit in Florida, and we're going to stay on the beach and get up, and we're going to have some food on the beach itself, not in the room. We're going to go down and have some food on the beach. So I'll be going up with one brother. We'll be meeting up with the other brother, and some of them are going tomorrow. Some of them are going tonight. I'll be in one of the cars, because I don't drive that much. So this is Raymond Stone the 5th. There's 5 of you guys? There's 5 Raymond Stones? I can barely deal with the one. I love you, Raymond. Ah, there you are. You thought you were going to hide. I love you. Okay, so he is 5th in the room, and I'm always happy to see Raymond. I saw your dry jokes on Simon's channel. I was watching. Simon's channel had the live stream, or maybe it might be still be on, but I did turn it off, so I can't tell. And Raymond comes in. They're talking about all these medium format, 100 megapixel sensors, 50 megapixel sensors, all this kind of stuff. And Raymond comes in and has Kodak or Polaroid made a world-changing announcement yet? And they just start. Hey, you actually made me crack up laughing, Ray. You really did. What an awesome guy. Ray is an amazing person. There's my buddy, my pal, Sam. How you doing, Sammy? I love you, Sammy. Where are you? You're over there. I thought you were over there, but you're over there. Okay, so Sammy is saying hello. How are you doing, buddy? I hope you had a good week. I was going to ask you, what part of the country do you live in? Did they start school there yet, or did they not start school over there? And you see how the cameras are messed up? This is not the ZFC, and I set them correctly. So Ecamm is sabotaging me, okay? I went through all the cameras. They were perfectly fine. So this is the A7 III. We're going to go through this nonsense again. It's just kind of crazy. I don't know what to say. It's kind of crazy. It's just kind of crazy. So let's say play. And no, I want to pause. I want to pause this guy. because it is not the ZF, whatchamacallit. The heck with it. Let's get everybody just confused. We'll have a good time. It's the weekend, and it's Labor Day weekend, so we'll just keep it rolling. Now, what camera is this? Is this really the Z6, or is it faking us out? So I was playing around with Sammy. So Sammy's going hi. What's up, everybody? Everybody say hi to Sammy. Sammy's actually my favorite Sammy ever. I don't know anybody else named Sammy. Oh, yes, I do. But that was in my teenage years, okay? So, Sammy, you're my favorite Sammy on the whole planet, okay? So there you go. So Sam says, I see all of the amazing mics. You do? You finally got the new glasses? You can see all the amazing mics? When we go over to the Sony A7S III, I'll go through them and tell you what each one is. And it's just fun. Boys and their toys. Nothing more. Don't get excited. But they are fun. Scott, I need to see the Windex. No, you don't need to see the Windex. The Windex went to sleep. Yes, it did. The Windex went to sleep. I don't even know where the Windex is. Oh, which mic am I on? Oh, I'm this one. I can walk around. With this microphone, I can walk around. Does it sound any different going through the SSL2 versus going through the ATM Mini? Those of you that have been around a while, everything has been on the ATM Mini up until right now. And right now, we are on a different preamp, which is plugged in. I got taller. Dang, I always worried about being short. And now I got taller. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. So, I can walk around because I'm on the lav mic. So if I actually go over to Myrtle, did I turn on the mic for singing? I don't remember. Well, I'm not going to go over there and look. I'm going to try and sing. Let's see what happens. Let's test this out, Sammy. There you are. My favorite Sammy in all the world. How you doing, my buddy Sammy? I'm so happy to see you tonight. And we'll go back over to the SS2. Sounds like a ship. We're on the SS2. Whoop. Whoop. That's not what a ship sounds like, is it? No. All right. I think I need help with that. Hey, Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie. We have been having some interesting weather, haven't we, buddy, old pal? Have you been ordering this kind of weather? Seriously? The rain in the afternoons? How's Aiden? I haven't asked how Aiden is in a while. I'm sure if he wasn't A-okay, I would hear about it. But I want to ask just to be nice. Ray says, here's Ray with his wonderful jokes. I don't have a hair light. I have a bald light. It's kind of like Bud Light, bald light. Get it? Get it? Bud Light, bald light. That's Ray. That's Ray's joke. That's Ray's joke. How you doing, Ray? Did I tell you I loved you? Get myself out of trouble here. Here is the world famous Tom Buck, and he says, hi, Peter and everyone. You want to know somebody with a lot of enthusiasm? It's Tom Buck. Brum-bump. He does the, I need to get a brum-bump. You have a brum-bump? You need to get a brum-bump. This way you push a button and get the brum-bump. So that means if I see Tom, Heather's within earshot. How you doing, Heather? Heather, I love you too. I don't want you to think I don't. Okay. All right. You want me to prove it? I'll prove it. Okay. Heather, oh dear Heather, Tom Buck's lovely better half. She's pretty and she wears a hat. Tom Buck's lovely better half. Oh Heather, the lady with the purple purple mic. Oh, pretty dear Heather, I hope I can rhyme something with Mike. Why are you laughing at Peter? I don't know. I didn't know what else to say right there. You had a good live stream, by the way, Heather. Where are you? There she is. This is not the A7S3. This is the Sony S3. Okay. I mean, that was, never mind. So that's Tom saying hello. Tom always gets me all excited. Every time he comes in, it's like I have this guy that's got a gazillion, like a billion followers, and he's got the awesome wife, and he's got all these channels, and he comes in here to say hi to me. That makes me important. Okay. All right, Labor Day weekend, we have started. Who brought the booze? We don't do booze in here. We do water. Is this water or is it vodka? Oh, man. It's water. Okay. Someone's heading for the hot tub. I know it. I could feel it. Charles is saying hi, Lewis, and Charles is saying hi, Randy. Sammy says, did you get a new mic? No. I got a new Myrtle. I put a joke in there. Okay, no, I didn't get anything new in here. Wait a minute. Let me clear that up, Sam. I did get the SSL2. And those of you that know about this stuff, it's not the SSL2 Plus. I didn't get the SSL2 Plus. Geez, I sound like I've been drinking. I got the SSL2, and now I maybe have a little bit of buyer's remorse, and I might think that I should have gotten the SSL2 Plus. But the SSL2 Plus doesn't have anything on it that I'm going to need. So it's $50 more. But if I ever do get a MIDI keyboard, and no, I don't play, keyboards, but they make some awesome sounds. So I can sound like a whole freaking orchestra just by pushing a button and another button. So in order to connect up, I would need the SSL2 Plus. Now this is over everybody's head, okay? Don't worry, don't get excited. A week ago, I had no clue what an SSL2 or what an SSL2 Plus is. But the both of those actually are rated the highest preamps in terms of quality, not only at their own price level, but also at the price level of like double the price level. So this one that is running this microphone right now is actually $229. The Focusrite Scarlett, which I had last week, is $299. No. I think it was $230. They were very close to each other in price. All right. So, but it was giving me erroneous pops and clicks. So I would sing a song. Oh, I got "Oh Holy Night" in today. Okay, it's done. So there's another song for the CD. All right. So. But let's say I was singing "Oh Holy Night," so I will sing it. I'll put the headphones on, which I don't even know where they are. Oh, they are over there. I can't reach them. So I would sing it, and I go back, and I'd listen to it, and it's like, darn, it sounds like there's like a hamster, and it just starts to squeak every once in a while and come back. So I'm thinking it's got to be my fault, right? So I'm looking around for anything that's moving in this room. And this room, by the way, is really, really, really completely silent. It's like a cone of silence. It's so quiet in here, when everything's off, of course, that it's deafening. Have you ever had the experience where you were somewhere extremely quiet, and it was like loud because it was so quiet? Well, that's what it felt like. It felt like it was, unbelievably quiet. And then I would be singing, "Oh Holy Night, the stars are brightly shining. Squeak, 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 cuckoo, cookie, creak. This is the night of our dear Savior's birth." it would put like an electronic fuzz. Surprise! Just here and there. So I thought it was my fault, so I went looking around, and then I looked around on the internet, and I found out, lo and behold, that is a problem that people have with the Scarletts. Scarlett makes a 2i2, a 4i4, and an 8i8. So I've got the 4i4. It's sitting right there. However, there's nothing connected to it. So I just got really tired of doing that, so of having to re-sing the whole cotton picking song all over again because of a little electronic, it sounded like there was like a little electric fuzz in the line, okay? So anybody that has that and has that problem, I did discover the fix. However, I discovered the fix a little bit late, okay, because I already got into that research mode, so I did all the research, and that's how I found the SL2, which is what I've got. So the SL2 and the SL2 are twins. One offers one set of features, the other offers another set of features. So I went with the cheaper one because I'm just singing into it. I don't have a band in here, and I don't think I'm going to take up guitar, okay? So I went with the $230 one. So, but one of the things that I read that made me go for that unit is that all the units have this a little electric sparkly fuzz, and it comes in and out at random on occasion, is what they wrote, except the SSL2. And I go, sold. That's what I want. I want the one that will not give me the little squirrels inside my electric feed. Okay, so let's get rolling. Where did I? Oh, I was answering Sam. He wanted to know if I got a new mic, and I said, "Wait a minute, Sam. Let me answer your question, buddy. You're my favorite Sam. I don't have a more favorite Sam in the whole cotton picking world. I just got to get my favorite camera. There it is. Okay, let's see. Is the close-up view better? No, I don't think so. All right. So you guys know Myrtle. All right. So this is Myrtle. I don't own Myrtle yet. This is a loaner from the Myrtle company. Did you know Myrtle had a company? Okay. So this is the one that I bought, which is the AT4040. So I own this guy right here. Actually, I was going to say I don't own anything else here, but I do. Okay. So I don't own this one, but when this one goes back, I'm going to sell this one so that I could buy this one. This is how much I like Myrtle. Myrtle and me get together really well, even though it's Mabel's sister. I could kind of get into trouble a little bit, okay, because it's Mabel's sister, but her name is Myrtle. Now, here's the ironic thing. All joking aside, Ear Trumpet Labs, which makes this microphone, has a microphone named Myrtle. God, who wrote this script? I couldn't have done better myself, okay? So they have one, and it's double the price. So this one is $700 minus. The other one is $1,200 minus, meaning I'm rounding them out. Okay. So I've talked to Philip, who's the owner of Ear Trumpet Labs that makes this microphone, and he said, I don't need a Mabel. And I said, of course I don't need a Mabel. I already have a Mabel. Okay, seriously. Okay. But he said Myrtle is the one that I need, and that's why the Myrtle is here. Because I didn't know Mabel existed, so I wanted to get one called Louise. All of the microphones made at Ear Trumpet Labs are ladies, okay? They all have ladies' names. Okay, so this one is Myrtle. This one is the AT4040, which I own. This is the Warm 67. I don't own that. That's B&H's. This is going back to B&H. This is going back to Ear Trumpet Labs. This is the Shure SM57 with the really, really big windscreen on it. I do own that one. And this microphone is the microphone I basically cut my teeth on when I first started to get into the microphones. And this is the AT2020. So we got the AT2020, and I got into AT at that time because it's a very nice mic for $100. And this is not the USB, this is the XLR. They make a USB version of this. That's for you, Heather, because Heather likes USB stuff. Not a good choice, Heather, but okay, it's not a problem. As long as it's purple, it's okay, no problem. Okay, but this is not purple. So I started looking for something a little bit better. And that's why I got the 4040. And then I was laying in bed one night and I'm watching one of my favorite groups, which is the Petersons. It's kind of like a bluegrass type, but not really. So maybe pop. It's like a brother, Matt, and all his sisters and his mom. She plays the bass. And then they have a dobro, a guy that plays the dobro. And I just enjoy watching them. So they have this shape microphone. So I said, like, they sound really good. All their recordings are really, really excellent. So what is that thing? So I looked in their description, and lo and behold, they had one called Louise. So I sent a message to Ear Trumpet Labs, who makes these mics, and I said, look, I have a YouTube channel. I'm hot stuff. I demand you send me a microphone today. Now, you know I didn't do that, okay? There would be no way there'd be a microphone here if I did that, all right? So I just told them I have a YouTube channel, and I'm looking into some different microphones, and I had this one coming in from B&H, and I would like to compare this one. I've seen it, the Petersons using Louise. Would you please consider maybe if you have a loaner unit that I can borrow for a while so that I can make a video, which I haven't done. But she's live. She's live right now, okay? So, I mean, nobody would ever know that Myrtle was here if I wasn't live. So they sent me one, long story short. So I got this and this in to compare, all right? And I had this one and the SM, what is this called, Tom? This is called the SM 57, not the 58, but the 57, okay? So I have these two, and I wanted this one, and when this came in, it was like, wow, what a difference between these and this. And I'm going like, dang, I gotta get me one of these, and then I got a really good deal on this. So this became my mic, and besides, this one is like almost $1,000, $900. I'm not buying a 900. It doesn't make me sound that much better, okay? And then Myrtle came in, and she became my girl. She's the microphone I go to for. I even got her on tonight, right here. So if I'm not going to walk around, let's turn Myrtle back on so you can actually hear me. Okay, so I turned Myrtle on. Now, Myrtle can't follow me around. She's not clipped to my shirt. Okay, so I'm used to the mic being clipped to my shirt right here. So now Myrtle is actually stationary. So she stays right there. Looks like she could use a little bit more volume, but I'm not going back over there again. So this is what Myrtle sounds like. So this is a condenser mic, a dynamic mic. A dynamic mic means it doesn't need an electrical power. They call it 48 volts of phantom power. And this is a tube mic, which it's got a little box that's sitting down there on the floor. Okay, and this is a condenser mic, and this is a condenser mic. So they're all condenser mics. This is a tube mic, and this is a dynamic mic. So I didn't make any sense there, right? So I'm sure this stuff is not, exactly what you guys want to be hearing. We want, but I did want to explain it because we got some mic aficionados here. Here, Simon, did you finish? Hi, Peter. Thanks for watching and commenting. Ecamm is really powerful. It makes the channel look so professional. Yeah, but it's got a learning curve, and you just got to learn the curve. It makes the channel look so professional. I'm just finishing up with everyone. Be back soon. Oh, so the man is live. And he came in to say hello on my channel while he's live on his channel. Simon, you're A-okay. You should have seen the cake that Simon's wife made today. Scotty, you would really be impressed. Okay, so let's get the rotating cameras going here. I like that. I think it's a better look. So Simon, John Drummond comes in here occasionally, right? He was live on Simon's live stream, which starts at 8. I start at 10. He starts at 8 Eastern Time, New York time. So I didn't know he was still on. So I like to rattle him every once in a while and just say something. So Charles is saying hello to Tom. That's Tom Buck. B-U-C-K, Tom Buck. So Bob, happy Friday, Peter. How you doing? I'm waiting on my friend, girl, to arrive. Dyslexic there a little bit, guy? Okay, be careful what you do tonight. It's the other way. It's the other side. I'm waiting on my girlfriend to arrive, but I wanted to say hi. I got a couple of ZVE10s today, and they look great. Oh, now I'm jealous. I want to get a couple of them. Okay, so I like that. That's excellent, Bob. Don't leave your day job, though. I mean, your comedy is just okay. So Sammy's laughing. What did I say that made you laugh? So funny. Okay, I made Sammy laugh. I like when Sammy laughs. He's got a beautiful laugh. The whole screen. Sammy has a channel. You want to know what the name of it is? I'm not telling you. It's the words that are in red. Okay, so I forgot. Myrtle's on. She's hot. Myrtle's hot. I just put that together all by myself. So Mario says hi to Peter and friends. How you doing, Mario? Can you say more than hi? I want to know where you are and that everything's okay, because I know you fly back and forth between the two countries. So let me know you're okay. That's important to me. You're one of the family. I pray for everyone in the family every night. There's Lewis is saying hi to Aaron, Scott, Randy, Ray, Charles, Sam, Tom, Bob, and Simon, an ordinary filmmaker. Boy, I don't know how you remember all those names, Lewis. You're awesome. Ray is laughing. Hi, Lewis. Well, his avatar is laughing. Look at that avatar. So he's saying hi to Mr. Camera Junkie. And Sammy's saying hi to Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie. And Scotty with the bubble lights on. It seems Peter is in his laboratory. I will be making the chemical tonight that will make you bigger. You take it from there. I'm not going to say anything after that. I'll just get in trouble. So yes, I'm in the laboratory. Lewis is saying hi to Mario Crespi. Charles says, yep, boys and toys. Now more Fujifilm toys. Just announced this week. Yes, I saw it. What do I think of it? Oh, I'm so glad you asked, Charles. What do I think? They brought out a new camera. Honestly, I think I got to look at it a little bit better. I was not impressed. I can tell you that. When they mentioned that they got contrast detection for the focus system, I went like, oh. So it's kind of like they're playing to their own crowd, to the choir. Okay. Now, how about if I say something positive? So the camera's $4,000, but it's not full frame. It's not medium format. Oh, yes, it is medium format. So there's where the secret is with that camera. So for $4,000, you get 50 megapixels on a medium format sensor. So this is not going to be a run and gun kind of a camera. You're not going to grab it and go shoot weddings with it. If you want that kind of stuff, go with the 100. All right, because it's got much more features in it. Or with the, let's say, the Sony A7R Mark IV. That one I think has got 46 megapixels. So it's got its competition. I don't think it's going to bring and suck people in. However, they picked a little niche, a little slice, and they played to that market. So they did a good job of playing to that market, and then we'll see what everybody comes back up with that camera. So Sammy is saying, I'm actually getting a new camera soon. My Sony stopped working the other night. Ooh, Sammy, what are you getting, buddy? Tell me in my ear. Don't tell everybody. Tell me in my ear. What are you getting? Okay. If you ever need to reach me, my email is in the description. So just send an email and say hi. And this way I can send an email back, and guess what I'll say? Hi! So you're never alone out there, Sammy. You can always reach out, and I'm there. Bob, I always wanted to tell you that one of my videos just went over 1 million views, and it's horrible. There's a homily here. Bad lighting, bad sound, horrible lighting, but 1 million views. Who was I telling that to the other day? I'll sing a song, okay? I'm sorry to move this into music from photography, but I will sing a song, and I will think it's absolutely terrible. And if I share it with a few people, they will tell me how amazingly good it is. And I'm going like, what? And then I'll sing a song that I think is especially good, and they'll go like, oh, it's very nice. I mean, they're kind of like forcing the issue. It's very nice. Not too bad. It's not bad. Not bad at all. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Don't you laugh. I hear you laughing out there. Talking to you. It'll be all right. So I know the feeling. There's just 2 people that ever got in tune with me. And one is like a close friend, and they're also into music. And the other actually is Tom Buck. I shared with him one of my songs, and he said it sounded good, and it happens to be one of the ones that I thought sounded good. Okay? But normally it's like, oh, listen, and tell me what you think. And I'm expecting to hear, oh, Peter, you did so good. And it's usually like, not bad. It's disappointing. Sammy says, oh, what's it called? What's it called? I don't know, Sammy. It's on the tip of your tongue, but I'm not going in your mouth to get it out. So what is it? What is it called? So I forgot what I was talking about. Ray says, Simon, if you have the time, I've got the beer, Miller beer. If you have the bandwidth, you could consider starting a second channel with your real name, where you put your no pressure passion projects. Dang, I can't even say that when I'm reading it. Never mind if I had to memorize that as a line in a movie. My what's the line again? No passion pressure projects. No, it's not that. My no pressure passion projects. I got a P. Very funny, Ray. I'm getting your humor now, dude. You're in trouble. Okay. Not because you're in trouble, because I get in your humor. I got you. Sammy says, I was thinking that you were using a 2i2. So you know where that comes from? When I mentioned last week the Scarlett, you said 2i2 because that's the popular one, but I actually purchased the 4i4 because it was the one on sale, okay? And not that I needed anything better than the 2i2. Okay, so if you're getting pops and clicks or erroneous electronic noises, I did find out what the cure is, but it's a little bit, like I said, too late because I went on the mission to find something better and found it. And I'm very happy with it. Yes, I am actually very happy with it. So it's really simple, Sam. You just change from 44,000 kilohertz to 48,000 kilohertz. All the erroneous noises are gone. I did it. And guess what? All the erroneous sounds are gone. So I didn't have to buy the other one. So the problem is I like this one so much better. That's what the problem is. I didn't know there would be that much of a difference. So these people that make this little one are the ones that make the 1 to 500,000 consoles, $1,000 consoles that you see in the studios, where they got all these sliders that go up and down and everything, and it's like you go into a professional recording studio, and that's the company usually that you see that made the mixing board that all the engineers are working on. And some of them, they put them in like in a chain. They got 2 of them side by side, so it's bigger than probably half the size of this room. So they decided they wanted to get into the home market because of the pandemic. A lot of music is now coming from closet and bedroom recording studios, where they make a recording studio out of a closet or out of a bedroom where we can quiet it down with sound treatment and stuff. So they got into the market for that. And when they came in with their high-end preamps in this unit. Okay, so yeah, it's plastic on the sides, metal in the center. Everybody's got to comment on that, but they don't comment on the important thing. Number one is it's clean, 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 clean. Okay, which is important to me. All right. Number two, the dynamic range. Just like in photography, the dynamic range is exceedingly high on this unit. And number three, it's the only one that I read this, okay? I haven't experienced all of these. It's the only one on the market, including all their competition, all the Focusrites, that actually don't have the erroneous sounds that come through the electrical channel, through the audio channel, okay? And I found out that it just happens to be like, you know what More is? More is when the frequency on your sensor matches the frequency of the sensor's scan, okay, and they match perfectly, like my hair, okay. If it happened to match perfectly, you would see More. So the way that they take care of that is they put an AA filter in. There's other ways to take care of that. You can get it so the frequencies are not the same. How do you do that? That's another show, okay? But that's how you can control that. So Sammy, no, 4i4, but now I'm a SSL2 boy. That's the one I will be keeping and sending the other one back. So Scotty says, Bob, the Hindenburg footage was technically poor, but it sure has a ton of views. That's right, Bob. Just because it's lousy doesn't mean it's not going to get a lot of views. So just enjoy the million, whatever it is. A million? Do you know what a million is? If everybody gave you $1, you'd have $1 million. You'd be a millionaire. So you're not a millionaire. You're a million viewer heir. Big news. Fujifilm teamed up with Black Magic. Okay. All right. So I'm guessing that we're going to hear that from Simon, because that's where the news comes from. Wow, Rebel XTI. Wow, am I that far behind? Thanks for making that comment, Lewis. Now I know how far behind I am. Tom says, did you buy a 90D or is it a loaner? It's a loaner. And I got it because Sly has a 90D and she's in trouble with that 90D. She's probably listening. She's on the road, driving. On the road again. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so it's a loaner. I should have a Canon in here because Canon is the #1 camera in the sales department. Okay, they sell more than everybody else. All right, so it'd be nice to have a Canon in here, but no, I didn't buy it. It's a loaner. Are you disappointed? Sammy says the hurricane killed my camera actually, and I have to buy a new one. Oh my gosh, Sammy, sorry to hear that. I like to hear the story. Okay, so that's up to you if you want to tell it or not. Tom says, I hope you're okay, Aaron. Yeah, he had it rough. The poor old chap had it rough. Can't tease him about his age. Oh my God, Peter, you have more mics than Biden. Hello, I'm the president. Do you hear me? I'm the president. Can you hear me out there? I'm going to be president. I have enough mics to be president. And if I run out of mics, I'll use this one. Hello? Hello? Yes? How do I use this? Hello? Can you hear me in the back? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Okay, let's see if I have a serious button here. Scotty says, Peter, remember Kirk Vulcan from Pro Forum? He lives in Louisiana. Anyone know if he's okay? Yes, I know Kirk. We don't communicate, but I do know him. I know of him. I haven't heard. Anything. But bad news travels fast, so it's good that I haven't heard anything, because my friend Tim Schooler would tell me right quick if he had heard something, and he's in that group, Tim Babin, Kirk Vulcan, and all that. I do talk to Tim on the phone. Actually, I just talked to Tim the other day. Or was it yesterday? Sammy says it was so sad that my camera died from the hurricane. It was very bad. Yeah, that came in so fast and so hard. So my prayers are all for you guys. Absolutely. Positively. Aaron Short, how are your cameras with the dummy batteries? So Bob is saying, Scott, Sammy, it's called Truly. Delete all email from your iPhone at once. Uh-oh, did I miss a comment in here? Okay. I think I missed something, or something went right over my head. Okay, so Ray says the Canon Rebel XTI is even older than my first ever interchangeable lens camera. I believe it's the predecessor to the Rebel XSI I briefly had before the upgrade to the Rebel T. No. T1i? Is that the right one? For my master's work. Okay, cool. Cool beans. What camera are you going to get, Sammy? Oh, wait, I have to put the comment up here. Wow, he's laughing. Okay. Chip Monday, Jim. What did I say, Chip? I renamed you. Sorry. Hey, Chip. How you doing? It's good to see you, Chip. I haven't seen you in so long. So, Jim Monday, long-time viewer, first-time live chatter. Hi, Peter and all. Thank you for coming out of the woodwork and saying hi. You can kind of see that this channel is more of a friendship and a family feeling. Kind of like the boys getting together Friday night for a poker game. Okay, so we bring the chips, but we don't use the chips with the money. We get the chips that we eat. Okay, and we get together and we gossip like a bunch of little old women. And it's just fun. And that's what I do for this channel. You notice there's no rhythm or rhyme to the shows that I do on the live, where on the other channel they're all targeted. So thanks for coming. Thanks for saying hello. It takes guts. I got to tell you. And you know something? That avatar picture that you got there? Very nice. Black and white. It's well done. It's lit nicely. You did a really good job, Jim. I don't know who your teacher is. No, I don't know. I haven't talked to Jim before. But you did a really good job. So thank you for saying hi. So now we can get in when I can start teasing you, because now you're one of the boys, okay? Aaron says, thanks. We are okay, but some of our neighbors were not so lucky. Yeah, he actually sent me pictures. Some people were in water up to here. And then he said in the building next door, they were in water like up to here. The upper chest, Aaron said. So that's very, very serious. And then he said something, okay, it's in his next comment. Our new car, the brand new car that he got a little water damage, and they are telling us it might get written off. Crazy. Yeah, it's very hard. Once you get water in the block, oh, so if it gets written off, you get another new car. That would be very nice. I'm surprising my friend girl. I guess he is writing this on purpose. So it's not his girlfriend, is what I'm reading between the lines. It's actually a friend that's a girl. You don't have to say it's a girl or a boy. I mean, it doesn't really matter what's down there. They're your friends. Okay, with a ZV-E10 tonight, she is a rapper and quite the photographer and editor. I'm actually kind of nervous. Oh, well, maybe try to record it with your phone or something. Or tell us about it when you get back or next week. This is Labor Day weekend. Remember that, okay? So be careful driving out there. They're all drunk. They're all drunk out there. My brother Mark used to say that. Everybody's drunk. Be careful. Okay, so Sammy says, do you think the EVE10 will be a good replacement for the 6100? Absolutely. Before you would buy a 6100, you should definitely look at the E10. For sure, Sam. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. You should look at that. All right? And then, believe it or not, the other one that you might want to look at is the Nikon ZFC. Okay? It's $950. It's under $1,000. It needs a lens also. But the E10 is a a crop sensor, where the ZV-1 is a 1-inch sensor. So that's one of the big differences. So if I switch over, well, I'm not going to do that, but if I switch over to the ZV-1, all right, let's do that. I mean, what's like, is the YouTube police in here? So, hands, wash your hands, reaching out. Don't touch me and I won't touch you. Sweet Sammy, what you buying? Bum, bum, bum. Copyright, they think they're gonna get me, but I'm not gonna let them. So, yeah, Sam, get the ZV-E10 because that is probably the best price and the most versatile camera for you right now. I've seen your live streams and your guests and stuff, okay? And I think it'll serve you as one of the better cameras in your situation. Now, I haven't seen if you take the camera out to take pictures, or if you have a birthday party, or your family, brother, sister, mother, father. I don't know who you've got in the family. I've never spoken with you. Hello, I'm the president. You got that? I'm the president here. I see that. It's like, dang, what's with all these mics? I bought this bar. It's like, I think it was $19 or $20 on Amazon. So I can have all the mics, and I don't have to have like a half a dozen mic stands when I do the comparisons. So I kind of like it. Now, I don't have that many cables to plug them all in at one time, but that's the way it goes. Yeah, Sam, buy the E10. If I was doing a consultation with you, I would tell you, Sam, where are you, Sam? Don't go hiding on me. Buy the E10. Get the Sony E10. Bob has 2 of them. Aaron says, I've decided to sell the ZV-1 and the A73 and get a silver and also a black A7C with the Sony 20mm 1.8 lens. So the 2 cameras match up. I think that would be an awesome choice. Okay, so with the A73, you've got a really good camera, but the A7C takes it ahead by a step, Aaron. So it takes out the recording limit. It gives you a flippy screen, but they take away the second card slot. Okay, and for some people, they gotta, I don't know what I think about that. Okay, so remember, these different cameras exist for different people. So for Sammy, the crop sensor E10, I couldn't remember the name of the camera. Sorry, Sammy. The crop sensor E10 is a perfect fit for him. And it's got a flippy screen. It's got no recording limit on it. It's got image stabilization in it. Not that great. All right, but it's not a 1-inch sensor like the ZV-1 that I've got over here for the belly cam. Okay, you've got a full crop sensor. You know, kind of a play in words there. So you're going to be doing a good job with that. Yes. So Sammy says, I'm in Jersey, so the hurricane was bad. It hit you head on. Dang, and if you were in a lower area, you got flooding, lots of water. So Sammy, don't go in those puddles, okay? I'm in Miami. We do hurricanes down here. The puddles can be very dangerous because there could be an electrical wire that's down, or there's something, it's deeper than you think. So I want you around for a long time, Sam. I love you, Sammy. I don't want you leaving, so I want you to be safe. Okay, so be careful up there, buddy, all right? I pray for you every single day. Everybody in this room, I pray for you every night before I go to bed. Go to the bathroom, I get a snack, and I say my prayers. Charles, that's a great move, Aaron. Yeah, I think Aaron is making an awesome move. Honestly, I think he's making a wonderful move. Good choice. Good choice, Aaron. Good choice. Okay, where's my applause button? Let's see if it even works around here. Good choice, Aaron. Good choice. Scotty says, Bob, I like that friend girl. I'm going to start calling my activity partner that. We aren't romantic so far. Oh, wait, there was some dots. We aren't romantic, ... so far. My friend girl. Everybody in here is a comedian. I don't get it. And now everybody is a live streamer, photographer. Where's Norm? He writes these wonderful articles. Gosh, I was I was at the head of the group 2 years ago, and now I'm trailing behind. You guys have live shows. You've got interviews going. Simon just did an interview. Aaron is on 3 times a week live, plays guitar. What do? I come in here and I go like, hey. What's this red spot right here? Makeup. My friend girl. And what if it was a boy? My friend boy. Ray says, if you live in the South, you get hurricanes. If you live in the East, you get blizzards and the tails of hurricanes. In the Midwest, you get tornadoes. If you live here on the West Coast, what do you get? He's going to tell us. If you live here on the West Coast, you get earthquakes. Aaron says, I'm interested to hear if the E10, that's the Sony ZV-E10, is a big step up from the ZV-1. I would like a third camera for my pedals on the floor. Well, without even having them in hand, yeah, because one is a 1-inch sensor and one is a crop sensor, which is a 1.5. The 1.5s, they were out there because the full-size sensors were too much money. And it cost too much to make full size, so they used the half. And that's how that came into being. So Tom says, I learned yesterday that the E10 works directly via USB with no apps or capture cards. That's awesome. So you don't need the capture card and you don't need the apps. So the computer actually sees it as a webcam, which is how the webcams work. You plug them in there. The A7C is working great. No overheating. It's a great camera. Your video that you did, the last video that you did, Aaron, live, the day of the hurricane or the morning after the hurricane, you looked really good. As a matter of fact, I made a comment on that video on how good you looked and how good you sounded. Didn't I? You remember that I did that? And you even looked younger. For you, that's marvelous, marvelous. Okay, so yeah, the A7C is a great find, and for you, it's just fitting perfectly. Sammy says, isn't that pretty cool, Tom? Yup. And Aaron says, Tom, the ZV-1 does as well, but the quality from HDMI is better than the USB. That's on most cameras. Honestly, it's a bandwidth issue. How much stuff you could, cram down that cable. So Ray says, Aaron Short, indeed, I ran A7C for 4K for over 2 hours straight the other day, and it didn't even get close to overheating. Sammy is laughing. I think I tickled him. Come here, Sammy. You want me to tickle you some more? That mic sounds good. Thank you, sir. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We're on the Myrtle, and so you're hearing me on the Myrtle and not on the lav mic. So at some point, I probably will switch back over to the lav mic. So, because I do listen to my own self back again. I know that sounds so self-centered, so egotistical, but I do listen with a little bit of a critical ear. So this is with the air conditioner on. Let me turn the AC off so you can hear the noise level. That's one of the interesting things between the Myrtle and this SSL2. Okay, get the light out of my eyes so I don't trip. Okay, so let's turn off the bubble lamps because those are like 3. Well, I gotta wait to get back up there so you can hear me. All right, so I turned off the bubble lamps. Okay, so it is dead quiet in here. Living quiet. So I'll be quiet for a second. So that's the room noise with nothing on. There is a fan on. Let me find out if you hear the fan, okay? So I'm going to turn off this fan. This is actually a silent fan, but now that it's so quiet in here, I can actually hear it. That's the fan that Randy made me buy. Or not buy, but bring in here. Alright, so the only thing I actually hear is this guy going round and round. I can actually hear it. Okay, so the room is now sound free. So anything you hear at this point is in my electronics. It's either the amount of air that that the mic is picking up, or it's any noise that's coming out of the SSL2. Okay, now I've done this test, so I know that there's no noise coming at this point. All right, so this is where I would sing. Oh, holy night. See, complete silence. The stars are brightly shining, but I would have to bring the mic to be the right level. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining. He appeared, and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices. Yonder breaks. All right, so that's what the mic sounds like in an absolutely dead quiet room. Okay, so let's bring the room back to life. It's the same mic, not going to change anything. So the point is that track needs to be very, very, very no noise so that I can add any kind of mixing, compression to the vocal, reverb, because I like reverb. I come from an age of reverb. Let's turn the air conditioner back on. Okay. So you hear the air conditioner spinning up. Now let's turn the bubble lamps back on, which means there's going to be 3 aquarium pumps. I mean, normally in a room, you don't pay attention to that stuff. But when you're recording and you have to mix it with a soundtrack, suddenly all those noises become erroneous. I'm going to turn the fan back on because it's blowing on all the cameras. Okay, so now we're back to how I have the room all night long. And you can hear me walking around because I'm not on the lav mic. I'm actually on Myrtle. I'm on Myrtle. Oh, don't anybody say that. Okay. So Sammy is saying the mic sounds good. So we're back to normal now, except I'm not on the lav mic. I'm still on Myrtle. Okay. The mic sounds good. Scotty says the vocal mic is dry. Need a touch of effects. There's no effects. It is what it is. You take it exactly the way it is. This is not a mixer or something where you can add any kind of stuff to it. Sammy says, I think he needs some kind of echo in the mic. Sammy, you just want me to sing to you again. That's what you want. All right, so this mic has the echo. Not echo, reverb, okay? Sammy, I reverb you. Sammy, I do. I know you're getting a new camera soon. I hope it's a camera that you like. Sammy, Sammy, am I in tune? Okay, so that's my original mic from when I was Sammy's age. That's how old that mic is. So I think he needs some echo on the mic. SSL2. Okay. All right, let's go back to the lav mic. Okay, because the lav mic picks up a lot more room noise. Actually, let's do this. Let's do this. Gonna make things really, really, turn that off, turn that off, turn off, okay, so we're going now actually back. What did you do, Peter? What did you do? Okay, now I'm going to switch over to what we used to have for what, 2 years plus now here? We are back. Actually, the way this has been for 2 years. 2 years, all right? So it's the lav mic. It's going through the ATM Mini. It's going through Ecamm, and it's coming out live to you. Okay, so we have completely bypassed all the new stuff, and we're actually back to the way we were. Da 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 da, wrong song. Okay, so he thinks I need echo. So now this way, the sound is no longer going through the SSL2. It's actually going into the ATM Mini, and the ATM Mini is actually sending it to Ecamm. Ecamm is picking up the Blackmagic design ATM Mini. I can see it on my screen, and I can actually pop back and forth between the two mics. So this mic is on. I didn't even check. Do I have the reverb on this one? I can't tell. I can't tell from here. All right, so this is the singing mic, and this is the talking mic. And that's the way you have heard me night after night, or week after week, or even on the on the recorded channel. This is the way it's been. So that's what you've been hearing. So, and by the way, now this mic is actually going through a little bit of equalization because the ATM Mini allows that. All right. So who do we have up here? The lady with the purple hair. Look how pretty. Hi, Peter. That's Heather. This is Tom Buck's wife, Heather. And she came in to say hello. I even sang for her before. Okay, so is the... I'm looking for my glasses. They're up here. So let me check. I have to see if the pre-effect is on. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So that means we should be having reverb here. Hello, Heather with the purple hair. I see you staring at me there. I saw your show today, but I had to go away. You do so well, dear, dear Heather. I can tell that you're a pro. Oh, dear Heather, I think Tom Buck loves you so. And me too. I love you too, Heather. So thank you for being here. This is Heather Ramirez. For you guys that don't know, just FYI, she's got her own channel. She's got 2 channels. Tom's got 1, she's got 2. She's the wife, happy life, okay? So what's the name of her channel? Okay, this is the test, guys. What's the name of Heather's channel? It's in red, Heather Ramirez. So you can look her up, and also Heather Just Create. That's the name of the other channel. That's the one. Now I saw Heather Ramirez today. Heather Just Create was yesterday. Tom Buck is on all the time. So you don't have to go, just turn on YouTube, there's Tom Buck. Turn off, go to sleep, wake up, turn on YouTube, there's Tom Buck. Okay, so he's just there, okay? He's just like, he's built into YouTube. So thanks for coming in and saying hi, Heather. I really appreciate that. So we got the purple hair here. Oh, Heather likes purple. In case you didn't know, when you go over there, you will find out that Heather likes purple. Okay? I'm not sure if she likes Tom better or purple, but she likes both of them. Heather says, wow, I tuned in at the perfect moment. I've been singing to you for years. You just never heard it before. I don't know what you watch over there. There must be some kind of interesting TV. I Love Lucy. Probably you're watching I Love Lucy again. Okay, so, yep, you tuned in at the right time. I do speak English. Not all the time, but a lot of the time I do get to speak English. So Simon is finally, he's arrived. He just did a really, really big show. The really big show. Okay, Ed Sullivan. And Ray, I'm not sure I have any more energy. I want to hear about Liam and the photography and taking pictures with your Canon 70D. Liam is his 7-year-old son, and Liam loves me better. Okay, he just loves me the best. What can I tell you? Okay, so anyway, I get to have my chats with Liam on the telephone, and he will not allow me to have a chat with him unless he can see me. So it has to be a FaceTime chat. If it's not a FaceTime chat, I get severely scolded by Liam, 7 years old. Okay, why can't I see you? I want to see you. See the new generation that's coming up? That's the technology that they're going to be. That's going to be embedded and inbred right into them. So you got that already going on. Anyway, Liam, 7 years old, got a hold of his dad, who is Simon, Ordinary Filmmaker channel. This channel that you see, okay. He got a hold of his dad's 70D, which is a Canon, and he told his dad, I want to take pictures with this camera. Yes, sir. So he took his son out, and they're going out again tomorrow on Saturday to do some film shooting. And that's the way you raise them into that type of a environment. Tom says, this Heather song needs to be on the album. Maybe I'll make a special one, burn it for you. I'm going to get the other ones pressed. They're not going to be like that purple gold. Although the ones that you burn in your own CD burner, they have a purplish look to it. So maybe for Heather's sake, she might want a personally burned one, so she will have a purple CD. I'm making fun of you, Heather. Don't take it personally. I just make fun of everybody, almost everybody. If I'm not making fun of you, you're in trouble. There's my buddy. Aiden is great. I gave him a haircut today. Oh, poor Aiden. Thanks for asking. Sammy says, yes, that was a good song. That's a lot of vodka. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Aaron. Aaron's making a joke. It's not vodka. I don't drink. I take blood pressure pills, so I don't drink. But I haven't had any water in a while. So it's 11:19. Why do I say that? Because it made me think of Tom Buck. Tom Buck's his show would have been over 19 minutes ago, or if he went over by 10 or 12 minutes. He is on time. He is punctual. He is on topic. He does a good job. I'm not on time. I am not punctual. And I guess I just don't do that good of a job. What can I tell you? Am I being humble? No. That's the truth. I can make fun of myself. It makes for a really good show. Try it. No, don't. That should be your countdown timer song. The Heather song. I'm going to have to go back. What did I sing? They must have made an impression. So Heather is saying, seriously, Sammy. Oh, Heather was on Sammy's channel being interviewed. And the two of them together are awesome. It was actually a wonderful show to watch. I don't know who was more entertaining, Heather or Sammy. Since Heather's the girl, I'll say Heather, because if I say Sammy, she's going, aww. So, Heather, you were much more entertaining. Sammy can take it, okay? He's a big boy now. He can take it. Okay, so Ah, Kippy is here. Who's my favorite Kippy in the whole wide world? There he is, right there on my computer. Kippy's channel. Hiya, Peter and everyone on the road watching through my phone. Wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't know you guys were allowed out. They were in lockdown. I mean, that poor family. He's got daughters and him and his wife. But he does have like McDonald's and all kinds of wonderful places right down the road so he can get to all those awesome places. But I'm glad you're on the road. I guess we're going to be getting some interesting stuff coming out of Kippy. I love you, Kippy. And here's Lewis. I love you, Lewis. Happy. Oh, hi. I thought you were saying happy. Hi to Kippy's channel. Sammy is, I really like the 18i20 audio interface. That's the big boy. Boy, Sammy, you don't fool around. You don't clown around over there. That's really, what do you need 18? What are you plugging in over there? Oh gosh, I'm not even going to go there. It's between you and your Scarlett. That's between you and Scarlett, Sammy. I'm not going to expose what you and Scarlett do over there in the privacy of your own little studio, okay? So Kippy is going, hiya, Lewis. Aaron is going, nice interface. Yeah, I'm very happy with it, honestly. Let me check my volume levels. I switched everything around, so I better make sure I'm still live and I'm still tipping the yellow, so it's not, got to make sure it's not too quiet. That's one thing we all of us guys that are live YouTubers, got to keep an eye on the volume levels. That's something that Ecamm needs to work on. And I don't even have an idea. Usually when I want to say something about a particular item, I would say, and here's what they should do. Okay, so, well, here is what they should do. Number one, it should have some form, I'm talking about Ecamm now, okay? Should have some form of equalization in it for us that are just pumping into it dry. It could even have some reverb in there, and they should make it in a way where you can obviously see when your audio is dead, okay? Like if there's no sound, instead of going down the bar and being completely blank and turn gray, it should turn red. So if I look over there and I see red, it's like, uh-oh, problem in clean up aisle 2, okay? So that's the only thing I can think of. Aaron says, I adore the UA interfaces, but they are a lot of dollars. And then you got to buy the plugins. I don't know enough to answer you. I just know whatever it is that I bought, I like it. I like the one I bought, okay? I sang the song through one time, and it was a take. No erroneous sounds. So I sang it through the second time just to make sure it wasn't like a fluke. Second one was just as perfect. The singer was the problem, honestly. It was the singer. It was the singer that was the problem. But the SSL2, I can recommend that thing. And this gal, Myrtle, can definitely recommend Myrtle. That's weird. Maybe it was the buffer settings or the firmware. I have no idea, Aaron. A lot of this stuff is new to me. I've been in sound all my life because I started in my teenage years singing in the school, in the church, and on stage in different places. I'm used to the equipment I have over there, which is a Yamaha mixer. It's like, I think it's a 12-channel mixer. It's got the built-in reverb and all that. But lo and behold, when I plug in any mic and I want to record it, there's noise in the audio channel. So when you hear Conrad, what's his name, that little beepy popper that's got the songs going around, clean as a bell. So, of course, he's recording in multi-million-dollar studios, and he's got high-end, high-powered engineers that's doing it. Over here, it's all me. No one else, just me, okay? So I'm learning all the little things of switching over. I thought I had good stuff. honestly, I was proud of my mixer. I could sound wonderful. The reverb that you hear when I sing is coming through my Yamaha mixer. Everything sounds awesome until you record it and you want to make a CD. And then you send your files to the mixer guy that you got to send it out to get them mixed and stuff. And they go, why is there so much noise in your files? I'm going, noise? I'm perfect, dude. I'm absolutely perfect. You go, no. I had to put 2 different noise gates and then some kind of filters to get out all the crap that you got in there. So I called and I spoke with the owner of this company that actually is one of the guys that actually construct the Myrtle, Ear Trumpet Labs. I'm going to give them props because the guy bent over backwards to be helpful. And he told me to buy the Scarlett. So I bought Scarlett. Never heard of it before, Sammy. So that was the first time I was introduced to Focusrite and Scarlett. Okay? So then I had the little run-in where I have to do the songs over 2, 3, 4 times on one of them because of the little electronic fuzz balls that run through it. And I arrived at the SSL2. Now in the big time studios, that's the company they use to make the mixing boards, or one of them, okay? And they are the creme de la creme, meaning the Rolls Royce. But what is the higher car? I don't even know, okay? But they just entered the home market in 2019 or 2020. So I've got the little thing there. It's a cute little box. That's all I know. It cost me $229. I know that much too, all right? And lo and behold, clean, clear sound. Okay. Now, if I'm quiet now with the lav mic, this is the noise that for those of you guys that were watching a little while ago, this is the noise level that we've had for the last 2 years. You can hear the air conditioner, you can hear the fan, you can hear the bubble lamps, but no one's complained, and it is what it is. But now I have something better. I'm using that for recording the songs, unless Aaron tells me how I can add a little reverb and stuff like that, or maybe Tom, guys that are actually into this stuff. Okay, and okay, so let me play you what I played last week. I'm going to mute me so you can actually hear this properly. So I took a clip of each of the song, not each, of 3 of the songs, the first 3 songs. I took a little clip of each and I put it together, and it's like I can't play the whole thing because it hasn't been sent for copyright as a public works yet. So I'm going to play that for you now, and you can hear what it sounds like, and I'm going to be quiet rather than making jokes all the way through it.
Away in a manger, no crib for his bed, the little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. Silent night, holy night, shepherds shake at the sight. Glory is streaming from heaven above. Heavenly angels sing hallelujah. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plain. Come to Bethlehem and see him whose birth the angels sing.
Okay, so that is the little teaser clip that I made, and I could share those little parts with you. The mute kept going off, so that's what it sounds like. So that is with me purchasing a backing track from a professional that actually makes backing tracks with different equipment. Now I gotta click to keep the mic on. All right, so you can't win for losing around here. So that is, I started to explain, that is the backing track, and I purchased that outside. I basically do the arranging, tell them how I want it, what I want it to sound like. I get ideas from them. We have a nice little conversation, and eventually you get to learn the different people and what they're I kind of have settled in on one specific guy, and I'm using him over and over. His name is Maurice. So I get the backing track, I pay for that, so I have to send out for that, and I pay to have that done. Now what do you do when you have the backing track? You've got to add a singer. It's my... Why does this keep going off? Okay, somebody's going to get mad, okay? That's going to be me. So I want to be on the Z6, stay. All right, so you buy the backing track. Now I have to sing it. This is where I got introduced to the noises from my own equipment and all that kind of good stuff. So I did get to speak to some people, and one of the people that I spoke to was the maker of the microphone, this microphone. And he told me, you need a preamp, not the one that you're using. It's got too much noise in it. And I'm thinking like, what does he know? But he knew, okay? So he told me to buy one piece of equipment, which I did. It gave me a little trouble, but then I got it, so it was, proper, and I bought the equipment that I'm using now that I shared with you. So now you take all this stuff, and just like you would take your video and put it in Final Cut Pro, or you take your still images and put it in Lightroom, or whatever it is that you use, your weapon of choice. Okay, I have to take the soundtrack that I bought, which is the orchestra, the background, okay, and I have to take the voice. So I do the voice, I send out for the backing. They call that an instrumental track. It's custom made just for me. It's not bought off the shelf. They design it, I give them the ideas, they make it fresh, right out of the orange juice squeezer, okay? So that is, when I get those two, then I take them and put them in a program, but it's not called Final Cut Pro, it's called Logic Pro, okay? It's also made by Apple. And now I had to learn a whole new program, just like I can do editing, I can do color correction, I can do all kinds of stuff in Final Cut Pro. Now I'm not in that program, I'm in a completely different program called Logic Pro. And I have to learn all that. Now, after you get all that done, you send it out again to somebody that's called a mixer, master and mixing. Okay, and if I had more education, I could take care of that myself, but I don't have that education. I'm getting seriously better really, really fast, okay? However, I'm not quite there yet. Those are the people that were reporting back to me, noise, 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 and I'm going, shut up, I can't take it anymore, okay? What's with the noise? I don't hear any noise. So one of them was kind enough to point out the noise, and guess what? There's noise in their files, all right? So that's where I arrived at getting the other pieces of equipment, because they take the output from the mic and they make it, so I make what's called a dry vocal. No mixing, no equalization, nothing. This is not ready for an album. This is ready to be mixed by a professional mixer, or me when I get my little fingers in there and start to put on all these plugins. So I did share what I was doing with Maurice, and he laughed at me. I thought that big, okay? So, and the reason that he laughed, he wasn't really laughing at me. You know, when you're new in photography and you can't figure it out, you power your way through it, you know? More power to the engine, Scotty. So I was more power. I had 11 plugins going just to get my voice to sound normal. And he said, your voice should sound normal coming right out of the computer before you even touch the darn thing. And I'm going, well, I don't know what to tell you. So he laughed. He says, okay, let me show you a few things. So with 3 plugins, he's got me sounding professional. I'm going like, wow, I didn't know I could sound that good. And he said, by the way, you need to get rid of that noise. And I'm going like, oh, one person tells me anything about the noise, I'm going to strangle them. So what I have arrived at to settle the noise issue, you guys didn't even know noise was an issue, did you? You thought it was all well and good, and you could just pick up a microphone and sing, you know? Hello, hello, Dolly. Oh, well, hello, Dolly. Looking swell, Dolly. And when I have it coming out of the speakers in here, I sound like I'm in a show. It's therapeutic. Singing is actually therapeutic, especially when you marry singing with electronics. Boys and their toys. I love the darn toys, okay? So when I sing and the electronics make me sound better, it's therapeutic. I love it. It's just amazing. I'm doing the same thing, and so are you when you do the videos. We got all the cameras, or if you got one camera, whatever it is that you do, you bring your files, I don't need to be holding this, into Final Cut Pro, and you start color correcting, and you start cropping, and everything else that you do to tune the thing, the color temperature, all right, all of that, and especially if it's you that you're working on, all right, who's the biggest critic of you? It's you. You look at yourself and you can't stand what you're looking at. All right? So at least if you're recording something else, it's going to come across, really good because it's not you. But you add your voice. How many people like their voice? I hear me and I go like, yuck. Imagine what I sound like when I'm singing. Double yuck. You know? So I'm in there, and so Maurice looked at what I did, and he goes, oh my God. And I thought, maybe he sees somebody that really knows what they're doing. Maybe he sees somebody that's a real artist. And then he said, what a mess you made. Talk about an ego deflator. Seriously, that deflated my ego. Any ego that I had was gone. All out the window. And I said, what do you mean? He says, you can't put that many plugins on one voice. What are you trying to do? Blow it out of the sky? I said, well, I couldn't get it to sound the way I wanted it to sound. He goes, that's not how you do it. Okay, so he gave me the lesson. So that's the flow. That's the flow chart. I know some of you guys that are into music are laughing at me. Okay, go ahead and laugh at me. What can I tell you? Aaron, I can hear you laughing at me. That's who started this whole thing, Aaron. He said, that's weird. Maybe it was the buffer settings or the firmware. No, it was Peter. No, actually, it was the Scarlett, okay, the 4i4. And I had only one issue with the Scarlett when using audio hijack. I think the issue was the audio hijack, okay. I got the UA so that I would have all of my effects built in. See, you've moved on into effects, and that's number one. Number two, you're doing live performance on live streaming. And when you go on stage, you are live Aaron, okay? That's where my Yamaha comes in. It's awesome. One unit. You could send it out to powered speakers, and like so those big speakers that go on the tripods and awesome stuff. That's what I was used to, because I used to sing in halls and in churches and stuff. I take that and I had Bose speakers, okay, because I thought they sounded good because they fired back against the wall, and I sounded terrific. Completely different animal when you want to record it to put it in a CD. Who knew? Who? Don't put a gun to my head like that. Okay. So anyway, I did look it up. And the fix for the Scarlett is to change it, or any of the Focusrites, if you're having the erroneous pops or electrical fuzzies, as I call them. All right? If you're not having them, just count your blessings. But if you look it up, there's a lot of people out there talking about that on the Focusrite. So one guy, okay, now figure me finding this one video out of a gazillion videos out there. There's one guy figured it out. If you change from 48K to 44, or if you're at 48 already, you change from 44 to 48, it clears it up. And lo and behold, it did. It cleared it up. But now the problem is I prematurely bought the SSL, but it wound up being a blessing for me. And the reason that I say it wound up being a blessing for me is because I like it so much better than the Scarlett. It's like head and shoulders, and you can do the reviews and find out that the reviewers came up with the same stuff. So this is like the one thing to buy, and I got it right. I don't know, thank you Lord. I got the one thing I needed to buy correct. And then the other thing is I haven't bought it yet, but this Myrtle goes with my voice, okay, because the reviews on the microphone go on and on. You need to find that one mic that works really well with your voice. And I'm going, baloney, BS. They are all the same. They should all work great with my voice. Dum 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 da da da. No, not true. I swallowed wrong. I'm okay. Chill. I'm okay. On one of my in-breaths, a little saliva went down in there with it, and it made me go like, "You're gonna choke." No, I'm not. Not today. Okay, so Norm, I was worried about you. Where were you? Merry Christmas, Peter. Good evening, Greggies. Around the world, there you are. And here's PH, Purple Heather. Nice mic collection. And she put a little mic there. Where do you find these things? Where do you come up with this stuff? I mean, I look for them and I can't find them. But if anyone's going to find it, it's going to be Heather. Apparently, Sammy likes mics. Mics are the best. And Sammy says, I really want a U87. Okay, so I do have that curiosity, Sammy. To tell you the truth, I have to confess. All right, I found this gal. She works really, really well with my voice. The two go together. But you know, in case you guys don't know, okay, because you know cameras, that's why you're in here. But one of the better mics that you could buy is the Neumann. And yes, it's Neumann, like you got a noise in your nose. Okay, it's the Neumann U87. Now, yeah, there is things higher, okay, like the U47 would be the cream of the crop, okay? But I wonder what would happen if I compared this guy, this gal, with the U87. So I might try to get a U87 in here. I might have to kind of like turn the wrenches and figure it out and compare it with this. And here's the bigger problem. What if I like the U87 better than Myrtle? Oh crap, what am I going to do then? How much is a U87? Let me go look real quick. Okay, somebody sing out loud. La, 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 la. Okay, Neumann U87. I'm only looking this up because you're going to be a little bit surprised at the price. Okay, the Neumann U87 is $2,600. It's the Neumann U87 AI. At the Guitar Center, it's $2,600. So this gal here is not $2,600. Okay, it's like under $700. I forgot the actual price. All right, so I'm a little worried about getting a Neumann in here. What? Well, you know what I would do? I would just chalk it up to experience. Yes, it's better. I can reach out for this. I probably cannot reach out for the U87, but at least I know it's there. So if I win the lotto, or if my CD sells 100,000 copies, then I might update Myrtle to the Neumann U87, okay, which is Sammy's, the one that Sammy wants, okay? However, I'm not saying that it's going to work with my voice better than Myrtle. Not until I do a comparison. So Sammy wants a $2,600 mics. Aaron says, I have the U87 AI, Sammy. Cool. Then you can give me some feedback on that, Aaron. Is that the one that you sing to on your live streams and stuff? Okay, then I have somebody that I know that I can make a comparison with. So Sammy says, that's amazing, Aaron. Aaron says, I think the U87 should be called Frank because it comes from Germany. And he's laughing. Well, if I get a U87, you know, you might have named it Frank. I'm going to sing to Frank. Hello, Frank. How you doing, Frank? I'm singing to you now. Dear Frank, how you doing? You know, a thought just popped into my head. I don't want you guys all going mic crazy right now, okay? We are into cameras. And we do the, whatchamacallit, the wireless mics, and you can even get yourself a Myrtle or a Shure SM7, SM7B, SM7, whatever the numbers are, or whatever it is that you like, and call it a day and do your videos. So I'm sharing just from personal experience because right now I am trying really hard to make a CD for Christmas. So I have something actually to offer all year round. There's nobody that says that I have to do this, sell the CD only at Christmas. But I'm so close to Christmas, and so are you, all right, that now would be a great time for, let's say, mid-September. By the way, where's Jonathan's CD? I wanted to hold up a CD. I had one of Jonathan's CDs right here. Where did it go? It went bye-bye. Oh, Jonathan, I lost your CD. It's a good thing I got 3,000 more over in the closet. Okay, so anyway, I hold up a CD and go, now you could buy this CD. Yes, you can. Okay, so that's what's going on in my mind. Mr. Camera Junkie is saying hi to Norm. Norm, did you take the kids home yet? Or are you still on the road? Because it's kind of late for you now. I'm guessing that you got back. Okay, so I didn't give you enough attention, Norm. I want to give you a little more attention. I love you, Norm. Did you know that I loved you? Merry Christmas, Peter. Good evening, Greggies around the world. So to catch up where I left off, Aaron made me jealous by saying I have the U87 AI, Sammy. Well, that's very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, yeah, he said it should be called Frank. And up we got up to Randy. Randy, did it get a little boring in here for you tonight? I'm sorry. I was thinking about you, and I'm thinking, like, Randy is not going to be all that interested in all this stuff. Okay, so I'm sorry we got kind of off into music a little bit tonight. Mr. Camera Junkie, hi Lewis, just posted pictures with the Nikon cameras, APS-C DX with the Sony, with the Sony E-mount lens with autofocusing. Hey, you need to make a video on that, buddy. They don't do autofocusing on the Nikon cameras. So if you got that done, make yourself a video. Why aren't I using the rotating cameras? Oh, because somehow I got the mic not to stay on, and I don't know. Okay, so we'll do that and lock it. Let's see if that fixes it. So I don't know how I got my mic to go off with every single scene. So I'm going to have to figure out what I did. So what am I doing that to correct that, all you Ecamm wonderful people? I'm going through unlocking, setting it up, and relocking the camera. So I'm actually flipping through the cameras now, in case you're wondering, what is he doing? Why is he doing that? Okay, so let's see if that worked or not. All right, so that was Randy. So Randy's got autofocus going on with a Sony E-mount lens on his Nikon, except it's a K, Nikon. So, question, what is the best mic for Halloween? A condenser mic. Do you get it, Peter? Do you get it? A condenser mic. What is the best mic for Halloween? Oh, Aaron, go back to bed, dude. Go watch your air conditioner. Make sure no water comes in that wall. So Norm says hi to Lewis. Speaking of Lewis, it's 11:30, almost 12 o'clock. Where is Lewis? Lewis, hey, where are you? Not Mr. Camera Junkie Lewis. Canada Lewis, my buddy, my pal, my little brother. Where are you, Lewis? You're going to make me worried about you. Norm is actually driving. I hope you're listening to this and not typing while you're driving. Is that on Facebook, Randy? Aaron says, I just subscribed, Sammy. Hey, Sammy, you got a subscriber. Aaron subscribed to your channel. So Randy is saying hi to Norm. And Aaron, has anyone reviewed the E10 yet? Guess who got 2 of them? He just told us he got 2 of them. Sorry, I'm going to keep my voice a little wet. Aaron says, has anybody reviewed the E10 yet? Is it a big step up from the ZB1? Well, I told him it was, so somebody please tell him. Mr. Camera Junkie, yes, on the Peter Gregg Live group on Facebook, who Randy is now the moderator there. So say hello to your new moderator. He's handling it because I don't get into Facebook that much. And I know a lot of you guys are leaving interesting stuff, and I don't go over there and look all that often. So I like people to be responded to. I'm just laboratory creating Fudgenstein. Fudge. I haven't made fudge since I made it that one time. Lewis is giving us a thumbs up. Aaron says, why doesn't Sony sell their own dummy battery? It always says that on official battery. Isn't that the most annoying thing in the world? It's just crazy. So Norm says hi to Randy. Aaron says 1 million. Congratulations. What is the video about? Boy, that's going back quite a ways. I'm really behind on this stuff. So Tom Buck, the songs are amazing. Everyone's in for a treat. Yeah, Tom actually got to hear one of the songs. I shared it with him because he's into production. Okay. Peter, how are you processing the vocals on the album? Well, I'm processing them in Logic Pro. Maybe I don't understand the question. I take the dry in there. I add the plugins. I was given a lesson by a sound engineer that works in a very large studio in LA. He's the one that laughed at me, telling me how ridiculous I was doing it. And he cleared it up so quickly. So maybe this is your question, Aaron. So I'm putting it through first. It cuts, you have to, kind of like a learning thing where you play a little bit of a sample and it learns the noise level and then it cuts the noise, okay? Like in Audacity, who does that for free. Then I put it through 2 compressors, each one doing a different job. Then I do it through, then it goes through something that's like an equalizer, but it's a dynamic equalizer. And then I add the reverb, and I was adding 2 different reverbs. And I just spoke with my engineer, Maurice, yesterday, and he said this is the reverb you need to get. So I think it's called Valhalla or something like that. Wow, what a nice reverb. And that's it. And boy, does the voice come out beautiful with this SSL2. It's like, wow, what a difference. What a difference. Some of the equipment can make a lot of differences. Tom, did you put a comment on the Facebook group? Randy's asking. I put up 2 posts that were the same, and I was wondering if you made a comment. Randy says, I deleted one of the posts. Okay. Sammy says the 4i4 is a nice interface also. Very nice. And especially now that I figured out how to get rid of the static, but now the one that I have, which is the SSL2, has even a better preamp section than basically Audient. Who is the other one? Motu, Scarlett. I've been doing my research. Tom says, what did Tom say? Tom said this. I can't remember if I made a comment or not. So Randy says that makes me feel better. I don't have my coffee yet at the time that I deleted the post. Yeah, Randy's got to have a coffee in the morning to get things rolling. Sammy says, I have Pro Studio, but I use Focusrite 18i20. I like it, but it's $800, and it's a nice audio interface. So if you're not getting any statics or pops or anything, you're good to go. But if you are, I can tell you how to get rid of them. I learned it. I learned it how to do it. Change from 44 to 48, or if you're at 48, change from 48 to 44. And I can tell you how to do that on a Mac, but I can't tell you how to do that on a PC. So Sammy says there's a better audio interface than that, and it's more bucks. You darn tootin', dude. It's more money. I know. Okay? So the secret that I've learned, and I sound like I'm really smart now, but I'm not, okay, is the quality of the preamps. So solid state, universal, whatever it's called, they specialize in those preamps that are used in the hundreds of thousands, $500,000, mixers. And they put that technology into their little ones. Focusrite doesn't have that. Audient, Motu, even the Apollo doesn't have what's in the SSLs, okay? But the Apollos are really, really good. These are all brands that I'm talking about, like Panasonic, Nikon, Canon, Sony. So I'm just spitting off the names of different brands of things that we're using for preamps. Preamp is, how do I get the sound from here into the Mac that's sitting over there on the counter, on the desk? Okay, I need a preamp. Voila! Okay, or I could plug it into the camera. That would solve it too. But have you ever read any reviews on the cameras where they say the preamp in this camera brand, let's say XX or ABC or whatever, is much noisier than the preamps in this camera. Therefore, we switch to an external microphone. That's where you put the Rode on there. And you lower the volume on your camera so that you're not using very much of the sound preamp that's in your Canon, let's say. You lower it down way, way down. Then you could raise up the volume on your Rode external microphone because it's designed as a microphone to have a better, higher quality preamp. I did the same thing here with these mics going into not the camera, but going into the Mac Mini or my iMac. Okay, same thing. I don't have much moray hair anymore. What's the matter, Norm? Did you lose your moray hair? You don't have no moray hair? Oh, Lewis, thank God you're here. I was worried about you, buddy. I didn't know where you wented, and I was getting concerned. So Norm is saying hi to Lewis. See, Lewis, people get worried. Where the heck is our big boy? Randy says, Raymond, you should share your info with Aaron, showing and explaining that not all cameras overheat. Only for Aaron do they overheat. Yeah, Raymond, try and convince Aaron that this camera doesn't overheat. Has anyone tried a multi-angle horizontal tripod. Okay, I'll let them answer that. It's just the tripod that goes like that. Randall, my A73 and A7C do not overheat. It was only the ZV-1 that overheated, and that's true. I never heard Aaron complain that the other cameras overheated. The ZV-1 for him overheated. Okay, so let's check. We've been on 2 hours. Okay, let's take a quick look. ZV-1, and still running, not overheating. I am in a room, one air conditioner. It's not cool in here, but it's not hot. Have you seen my remote control? What? Did you say you wanted to see it closer? That's my remote control. That's actually for the Toshiba 40-inch monitor that I have over there. Did you want to see a really cool flashlight? This is that really cool flashlight. So see how on the ZV-1, where it just works, that's the behind. That's the front hind. See the LED down in there? And I could show it to you here and cradle it. Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. Okay, so the ZV-1 hasn't overheated. Good golly, Miss Molly. But I don't know. I think Aaron sits on his, and he warms it up like he's trying to hatch it. Now, his does overheat, all jokes aside. Okay. Okay, so that's Aaron saying it didn't heat. The ZV-1 is the one that overheats. Lewis is saying, hello, everybody. Ray, my first camera was the original Canon Rebel. Boy, you go way back. Lewis, you go way back. I love you, Lewis. Why are you in here late? Oh, I'm behind by a half hour, so you're not really late. I'm the one that's late. Okay. Mark, I didn't know you were here tonight. Hey, how is your night going? We have talking heads currently at the bar, and you're on one screen. Ba-da-ba-bum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 wow, wow, That was a lot of vodka or gin. Cheers. I could see 40 guys in the bar going, cheers. Okay. Over the teeth and through the gums. There we go. Pop, pop, pop. Mark, how are you doing? What you doing? I'm a talking head. Pop, 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 pop. Okay, so that's what we've got going on where Mark is. I hope you're having a good time. You got a long weekend this weekend, Mark. Not that it really matters, right? But just saying. Just saying. Aaron, that's pretty smart to not have to worry about matching cameras. Yeah, when you got two cameras, and it's actually he got the two cameras, the A73 and the A7C. Aaron got them both to match really close. I was very proud of Aaron. That he did an amazing job. Unless you knew what you were looking for, you almost couldn't tell the difference. So now what he's going to do, Aaron is going to sell the A73 and the ZV-1 and buy a second A7C, but he's going to have to buy a lens for that also. So he's going to be doing that to his little project. So Aaron is saying, yep, I can't wait to get the second one, Lewis. He's all excited about that. Then I can use that for taking out, for takeout, and about as well. Oh boy, let us know how the surprise goes, my friend. Oh, Bob, let us know how the surprise goes. That's when Bob was talking about the E10 and what he's doing tonight. So that is good. Get this camera. They are very hurricane resistant. After midnight, I don't do those names, Norm. Sorry. Don't get offended. Don't get upset. Okay, so Sammy says, what does Sammy say? I wonder what Sammy says. I wonder what Sammy says. I had 2 power outages, then I did an interview, then like 2 days later there was a hurricane, and my camera was plugged in when the storm was happening. So that's what was going on down there. Wow, Sammy. It got fried while it was plugged in. Yep, obviously that's what happened. Woody, 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 you know, we were talking about you just yesterday, okay? I talk about videos, I talk about music, and there's guys in here that like to concentrate and focus on still pictures. And Woody is one of those guys. He's not out there taking videos. He's taking beautiful wildlife photography. I believe David Crooks does that too. And I don't talk enough about that. So I owe you an apology for not talking enough about pictures. Get some nice pictures, Woody, when you get out there. I'd have dumped a lot of rain here and the tornadoes just north and south of us. Beautiful days since then. Yeah, well, after it cleared out, you know, a storm comes through and plows the road and you get good weather. Same thing happens for hurricanes. You're sitting here, you got no power, you got no internet, but wow, what a beautiful Miami day. It's just it wiped out everything before it gave us that beautiful Miami day. So there's some stuff you can take pictures of now, Woody, that are not going to be there like 2 weeks from now. So take advantage of it. You're a photographer's photographer, so photography. Do some photography. Sammy says, I already have the Sony lens, so I want the Sony body. So the E10 is the one for you, Sammy. That's the camera for you, Big Sam. You listening? You need to check that out. I'm going to try to get one of those in here so I could tell you firsthand my own personal impressions. So that would be helpful to probably a lot of people. But I got a feeling Randy's going to beat me to the punch. So Lewis says, hi, Norm. Hi, Lewis. Hi, Sammy. Hi, Aaron, Tom, Randall, Heather. We're missing Sly. Yeah, no, come to think of it, Sly is not on. And hello to all the Greggies. Hope you're all safe on the East Coast. Please stay safe. So Lewis says, oh, and Charles and Scott and Mark, MDM, if you're still here. Hello, hello from Lewis. So speaking of MDM, who is Mark, has anyone tried Canon cameras as a webcam? Do they focus well? Depends on which camera it is. If you try to do it in 4K on some of the older ones, no. But the newer ones, it should do very well. Who is using that? Somebody's using one of the Canon cameras for that. So Tom says, depends on the model. The EOS R is great overall. Tom is running an EOS R. So Tom is running a Sony a7S III, an EOS R, and a 1915 video camera, which he's got connected. Let me get this chair so I could sit. I'm going to sit. So Tom has got quite the variety there. Oh. Lewis is talking out loud. He's going, I wonder if the EOS RP is a good webcam too, or just goes straight to the R. Tom would be a good one to ask that question. So Mark is saying, okay, great. Was thinking like the Canon T8i. I'm budgeting for a startup company. The T8i is used by Jonathan Anderson. He's doing he's the violinist, and all the stuff on his channel is being done on the T8i. So you can kind of look there and scrutinize what the videos look like. Tom Buck, Randy, and it is paid in full too. Tom likes hearing that. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Lewis, just finished church. I prayed for everyone here. I love you. Oh, and here I was picking on you. And you went to church. Now I have to go to confession. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So thank you for praying for us. I hope I was included in your prayer. Got something stuck on my foot. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I'll take care of it. I'm using the other foot to unstuck it. Okay, now it fell right on my shoe. That's what you get for sitting down and taking your shoes off. Randy says, Lewis, we love you too. That was very nice, Randy. We do love you. We love you, Lewis. You got a bunch of friends in here that love you. Peter, when you get up to go for a tinkle, if the light comes on when you open the door, you're about to tinkle in the refrigerator. Oh, I'll keep that in mind, Norm. So if I open the door and the light comes on, I'm about to pee into the refrigerator, is what you're telling me, right? Hey, Casey, how you doing, dude? What do you think of the YOLO live streaming hardware? Just bought it because of COVID. And that is what's moving a lot of equipment, Casey. So you know who just did a review on that? Our buddy Shane, on In the Blues, but on the other channel. Boy, that's a roundabout way. So Nerdy Geeky Techie, I think it's Geeky Nerdy Techie, just did the YOLO, and so I haven't had my hands on that. But that's going to help you do the live streaming, because you're going to be able to funnel multiple cameras, your sound, and all of that right out the door and right up to YouTube. There, Randy put it together in a sentence that you can understand. So Casey, Randy's talking to you. The techie, nerdy, he doesn't know what it is either, guy did a video on it. That's what I was just saying. Randy says, that's okay, Peter. I will turn off the air conditioner. I will put it's okay if I turn my air conditioner. He'll put his on. Okay, Randy, that'll keep my room cool. Randy, where you come up with these? Norm says, wow, the Sony took a long time to focus when you walked over to turn off the AC. Yeah, I have them on slow focusing because I don't want this kind of stuff. So when I'm not dancing, I'm not doing exercise tapes here. I'm just sitting here. I might lean in, I might lean out. So I have it down to the setting called locked. If you know the responsive, locked is on the other side. Peter, turn that fan on again for the iMac. This is an order. The iMac is asleep. It's over there, and it's not aiming at the iMac. It's actually aiming across the back wall, and I've got all the electronics. I got the 4 cameras, I got the SSL, I got the Mac Mini, I got the interface that you bring all 4 cameras into 4K, and that fan is just quietly on low, sending a breeze. And the iMac is on my desk, on the other side, not even connected to this live stream. It's right next to your monitor. So the iMac and your monitor are kind of like bosom buddies over there. Sammy says, this sounds great. That sounds amazing. I wish I knew what you guys were talking about, because now I'm so far behind. Do you use Logic Pro? Wait, I got to get back to Sammy. Sammy says, do you use Logic Pro for your audio recording and mixing? Okay, that's a compound question, so I have to break it apart. I use GarageBand to record into microphone, preamp, SSL2, Mac Mini M1, GarageBand, record Peter. Okay, then when I've done with the recording, I take it out to a WAV file, and then I go over my magic network. I don't know where it all goes. And I take that file and I go over to my iMac, which has Logic Pro. So you're correct. It's just being done in 2 stages. One is being recorded on the Mac Mini M1, but I don't have Logic Pro in that computer. But I have Logic Pro registered into the iMac. So I bring the vocal file over to the Logic Pro in the iMac 27-inch i7. It's a 2017 model computer. And I open Logic Pro and I bring the soundtrack that I purchased, okay, from the people that make the soundtracks, and I put the track of Peter singing. And then I go to work. It's the same thing like going in Final Cut Pro. You got to go in there and you got to do the work. So that's kind of like the flow of it, Sam. Lewis says, Peter, how much RAM do you have in your iMac? Okay, in the iMac I have 32 gigs. I had 40, but I took the two 8s out as per my Mac guru that said you don't want to mix the speeds of the memory. That actually will slow you down. And I've checked the activity monitor, no problem. I don't need to up it to 64. So I'm fine. Plus, don't forget, Louis, I'm saving up money so that when Mac decides someday to come out with the Mac, the M2, the new chip, even if it's on another Mac Mini, okay, that'll become my main computer and will replace my main computer. And you know why I call it my main computer? All my contacts in there, my phone numbers, your phone number, Louis, everybody's emails, my bank account, my everything that I got to do with the stock market, all is embedded for years from 2017 on the iMac. So I'm not looking forward to just hopping around on computers. So little by little, I'm going to wait for that one to replace that. Now, the Mac Mini M1, wow, wow, wow. What a wonderful computer. So I'm waiting for the Mac Mini M2, or whatever they wind up calling it. Louis, Randy's talking to Louis. On the M1 Mac Mini, just 8 gigabytes of RAM. On his 2017, he's got 40. Except I took out the two 4s. Shh. So I have 32. Don't tell Randy. Randy says, Louis, on my 2018 Mac Mini, I have 64 gigs of RAM. That's what you call a powerhouse of memory. An i5 8400 with 6 cores. Handles 5 cameras with Ecamm Live. That's awesome. Okay, you guys are not going to get this. Maybe you will, maybe you won't, okay? So Bob Asbury is asking, Heather Ramirez, what's up with the wacky hair color? So right now, you're all you're raising up your swords to protect Heather, okay? But the thing is, that the ironic, funny thing is, look at Bob's hair color. Hers is purple, his is blue. So he's saying that kind of like a joke. You get it now? You get it? You get it? Norm, wake up, wake up. Louis says, holy moly, 40 gigabytes. Is that 16 by 2s and 4 by 2s? But I took the 4 by 2s out. How is the performance with that? My performance is great. I have no problems. I don't have anything to compare it with. So I have no desire or want, like, oh my God, is this thing slow? No, I don't get that. It just works. And it works wonderful. So Louis is saying thank you to Randy. We'll see, Randy is one of my computer gurus here. He's the one that got 4K to work out of that iMac. Out of all the people in the world, okay, only the Randy in Texas is the one that got it to work. And it still stuttered a little bit. And then when the M1 came out, Randy said, you buy that now. That's an order. I will, Commandant. Louis says, yes, time to hydrate. Well, I know this was a half hour ago, but Louis, you know what? I think you're still current, dude. Mayor used to tell me, drink some water, Peter, drink some water. I don't know why we lost him. I think it's a time thing, or maybe he got mad at me. I don't know. My friend Chuck would sing you. My friend Chuck would like you to sing the name game. No, he did not. You need a spanking. That's what you need. You do it. I'm going to get the microphone and I'm going to let you do the name game with Chuck, Bo Chuck, Banana Nana Faux Buck. Ha ha. You're bad. You're bad to the bone, Scotty. What is wrong? Did you take your medication tonight? Seriously. Sammy's even laughing. Sammy's a good boy. Leave him alone. Don't want to spoil him. I think it sounds okay. Just kidding. It sounds crispy. Really great job. Oh, did you give me a thumbs down on that, Louis? You didn't like my song? Why are you not doing this on cassette? I was thinking of that. I have some relatives up in New York that still use their cassette players. Honest to God, Sam, you said it as a joke. Okay? They wouldn't know a computer if it hit them in the head. And I was thinking, I wonder if my Aunt Mary and so and so and so would want a cassette. You joke, young man. You joke. But you don't realize. So Sammy says it's sounding great. Aw, you're too kind. You're making me blush, Sammy. Wow, I'm so impressed. Are you having live drums on the track? Yes, those drums are live. We brought in a drummer specially to do the drums on that particular track. And that's why I teased Tom Buck about it, because Tom could have been the drummer. I mean, that man comes to life. It's like somebody stuck a Duracell battery up his the battery charger area, and Tom drunk, he just comes to life, and it's like he's going to lose 12 pounds just drumming. So yes, that track is finished. That's why you can hear the little clip. So on that particular track, we brought in a live drummer and somebody else. I had to pay extra for 2 people on that one. So this is what happens, is you've got your recording engineer, and they have their talents. Okay, so one of the songs has, I arranged it so it's got a big band sound. Saxophones, trombones, trumpets, okay? And that's Away in a Manger. Away in a manger, no crib for his bed. The little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. And you go through all of the music and you come to the break. And then the big band sound comes in. And you got saxophones and trumpets and I think trombones, and all that is in there. We had to hire the people, one guy that actually plays all the wind instruments. Okay? So I have to be careful that I don't over-engineer them, because it costs me more money. Okay, so now I got one coming up where I'm going to have to pay for a really, really high-end guitarist. Okay? And I can't tell you about that song. That's going to be a surprise on the album. But it's something that only Peter would create. You're not expecting it. Only me. Okay. Bop, 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 bop. Are you having live drums on the tracks? Oh, that's where I left off. Okay. So I answered that. Yes. The tracks, you heard them. Those are real live drums done by a drummer, in case I didn't answer it. Chris, how you doing? Hey, everybody. Hi, Peter. Are you using tracks, or do you have musicians recording all the parts and someone creating the arrangements? The reverse. I'm creating the arrangements, okay, and then it goes to one person that is the engineer at a studio, and he gets the people. So what he's actually doing is he's giving a little money to different people, because times are hard right now, and they're coming in and they're recording the actual tracks. Now, I said they're coming in. I don't know if they're actually coming in or if these tracks are being recorded in their home studios, but they're perfect, and you heard what it sounded like. So I pay the one person, and he deals with everything, and what I get is I get a WAV file that is the complete, everything except me. And then I go to work rehearsing on it over and over and over till 4 or 5 in the morning, and then the next day I get up late, obviously, and I try to actually record me. I find that I make a lot of mistakes. So the good thing is I don't have to rent this studio by the hour. This is my place. That's why, back to seriousness for a second, that's why I honed in on picking out a nice mic and then finding out, well, the mic wasn't enough. I had to pick out a preamp. And now the good thing is I already have the Mac Mini M1 because Randy got me into that. And GarageBand is free on that. So it records at a high quality level, but I don't do any mixing in GarageBand. I don't want to learn how to do it there. Plus it's got its wings clipped. It doesn't do a whole lot. So I did a comparison between recording in a couple of different softwares. GarageBand is perfectly fine, and it's reminiscent of Logic Pro. So I'm able to record there. So the obvious elephant in the room question that should be asked, that hasn't gotten asked, is, I'm still talking to Chris. Why are you recording it over there and then going over there and doing the mixing? The answer always is the same. Try to memorize this. Try to get this into your heads. The problem in this room is Peter. Peter is the problem. You got that? So I don't know how to record into Logic Pro and listen to the soundtrack and not screw it all up. Okay? I did get to do it. Yes. But it doesn't come out correctly. So I can launch into learning and figuring out what I need to do, or I can just plug the mic into that computer and send the file over there. Problem done. I am trying to get this done by November. Okay? So that would be the way to do it. It would be plug Myrtle into the SSL, plug the SSL into the iMac, turn on Logic Pro, and record your track, all right, and so on and so forth. That would be the correct way to do it. The problem is this guy. So you guys can replace me if you want. If we took a vote, you can put somebody else here, okay? Fire this guy's ASS, all right, and put the right guy here. But I'm just making it work. It's kind of like photography. There's workarounds for everything, okay? So my workaround was either really dig into Logic Pro and figure out what's going on, okay? Or just use the Mac Mini. It's sitting right there. I come over here and I go, silent night, holy night. You're doing good girl, Myrtle. Keep it up. All is calm, all is bright, and the Mac Mini's recording it there. I sing the track about 4 or 5 times. Jesus, Lord, at his birth. See, ran out of air. Got to do it again. Jesus, Lord, at his birth. Finished. Export it to WAV. Take the WAV file. Goes through the internal. It is hardwired, by the way. And send it over to there. Bring it into Logic, and it's done. So, Chris, if you're laughing at me, stop laughing at me, dude, okay? That's how I get these workarounds done. It's just part of life here, okay? So somebody, I've seen the videos. They sit there and they sing, and I watch it sing and all that stuff, and I'm going like, I can do that too. But I can't. There's something wrong. And the thing that's wrong is between this ear and this ear. That's where the problem lies. So, okay, where did I leave off? Chris, how you doing, buddy? Getting ready for the long weekend. I answered your question. I was a little bit of a dramatic person there, okay? And you have every right in the world to laugh at me because I watch everybody that makes YouTube videos on mixing, mastering, recording in Logic Pro, and they all do it with one computer in the same place, but Peter doesn't do that. So I have no one to blame but me, okay? But it works. My little method works. So Sammy says, if you need any drums, I can play some if you need any. Wow, Sammy, I didn't know you did drums. My gosh, I learn something new about you all the time. I know that Tom Buck plays the drums, but I didn't know you played the drums. You're just one talented little guy. I know you don't want to be called a little guy. You're one talented monster. Sammy, you're one talented monster over there. So Lewis says, I can't wait for the Christmas album. I can't wait either. I'm waiting for the Christmas album. I can just see the name Norm, and the answer is no. Is Dancing Santa playing with your mic wires? Every few minutes the sound drops right off. Okay, you were backing off. We're back. Okay, I saw that. I saw that happening. I took care of that. Okay, Aaron says, very nice. Norm says, back on the couch, what did I miss? I had to kick Santa in the chestnuts roasting on the open fire. He was playing with my wires. Lewis says, dang, I'm learning so much. Norm, we're getting a master class. No, Lewis, we're just having fun. This is like, I was not going to do this show tonight because I'm supposed to be getting ready to shove off and go for our little Labor Day weekend skirmish. But I didn't want to be away from you, but I wanted to have fun at the same time. So I'm having fun. So cut me some slack, you guys that are going like, what is he talking about? What is he talking about, Myrtle? Myrtle. I said Myrtle, not Mabel. You stay sleeping over there. Peter, how do you stay patient while learning all these programs? I actually get up, walk over to the freezer, take out the Haagen-Dazs and down a couple of spoons. Otherwise, I'm liable to pick up the computer and throw it across the room. Sammy says, I love Logic Pro. I'm actually making friends with it, Sam. Honest to God, I'm making good friends with Logic Pro. It's such a powerful computer. All right, so here's my number one problem. See if you could solve it. I'm challenging you, Sammy, okay? Big boy, pay attention. You get all your plugins, okay, which I used to have 11. I got laughed at, so now I got 4, and one of them is a reverb, okay? And I have the reverb on a bus, all right? So once you understand that, we're on to the next part of the question. So I save that strip. It's called a strip, okay? Now, when I save that strip, my problem is it doesn't save the bus. It saves all the plugins that I have on that strip, but not the bus. And I have a bus 15 and a bus 16. I play around with bus 16, okay? So if I open a new audio track, right click and put new audio track, and I bring in Maurice's strip, I called it Maurice, he's the one that taught me all the stuff that's on that strip, but the bus doesn't come with it. What the heck? I don't know how to get the bus. I want bus 15 to come in. So here's my workaround. Chris, back to you. You were asking me what I do. So my workaround is I take all the files out and I make it into a template, and I start from a new template. And with the new template, I actually get to save my bus 15. Now the problem is still, if I open a new audio track and I add the Maurice strip, bus 15 is not there. So what do I do? I don't know. So what I do is I duplicate the track that actually has bus 15 on it and empty out all the tracks that's on it and add the new fresh stuff that I want on there. So that's all. Chris, if you're laughing at me again, don't be laughing at me. This is what a photographer does. A photographer does workarounds. I have been a photographer since the 70s and the 80s. I have done so many workarounds, it's not even funny. So now I'm doing the workarounds in my sound stuff. Where was I? I was at Sam. Sam, Sam, Bo Sam, banana, nana, fo Sam, fee, fi, fo Sam, Sammy. It's the name game. I love Logic Pro. Okay, I agree with you. Norm says, yes, Peter, we had chicken for dinner. The family enjoyed the meal. The chicken, not so much. Norm, we're having chicken too. Now you guys are making me hungry for chicken. Lewis says, all the boys and the toys. That's what we're about, dude. Where did he go? All the boys and the toys. That's what we're about. We're about the toys. And a couple of more things that I might mention, but this is a family channel. But that's what the boys are about. That's just what we were about. Norm, when I sing, this is Norm talking. When I sing, everyone requests the sound of silence. Ah, da, 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 da. Oh, that's the wrong song. I didn't realize it sounded so close. I don't want to say goodbye for the summer, but baby, I'll tell you this. I'll send you all my love every day in a letter, sealed with a kiss. I can feel copyright coming. It's right around the corner coming here. All right, let's keep quiet, Peter. I wonder what interface I need to get. Lewis, you don't need an interface, buddy. You don't need one. But if you buy one, you will be buying the SSL2. You got that? And if you want to spend a little more money, you could buy the SSL2 Plus. Do not buy anything else. And don't start a conversation in here telling me about 500 different interfaces. You will buy the SSL2 or the SSL2 Plus. One is $230. The other one is $300. $229 and $299. Okay? So I'll let you make that choice. But don't you dare start talking about other brands. I'll spank you. Okay? Can you test the TLM 103? That might not be a bad idea, because that's kind of like the mic that people aspire to that want Neumann. So it's got the Neumann name. The TLM 103 is actually one of their better microphones. So I'll put that on my list of things to possibly get. Scotty says, same here, Sammy. I've wanted the U87 for years. Oh, for 40 years? Jeez. You can get the U87 to rent. I'm going to try to get it for free. You can get the U87 for rent for $100. So Lewis says, yes, rent it. Rent, 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 rent. Sammy, you're my friend. What are you doing to me, buddy? You're not too old for me to spank you either. Rent it. See, he's chanting. I knew Sammy was going to go there. I knew Sammy was going to go right there. And I got you before you got it, Sam. True, but audio is 80% video. Scotty says, too late, Peter. We're on a mic craze now. Boy, you're not kidding. What have we done here? We have short-circuited this entire video, but I'm having a good time. No, I use the 87 AI for my recordings. Mike? Who is Mike? Well, Aaron, can you give us a little bit more information? We kind of would like to know. I use the U87 AI for my recordings, but it overheats. But the fan comes on. But I don't know. Or you could say, yeah, I like it. Oh, so that's not the one you're using when you do the live streams. Why don't you do it with your live stream ones? I would like to hear it. Or just do one for me personally. Alfred E. Neumann, best mic man around. The guy that's over at Neumann is a Neumann guy. I mean, he is a family member. He makes videos. So, hi Alfred, good to see you. I don't know. Philip made the myrtle. I've got to give my compliments to Philip, who makes all the mics himself. Actually, you can go and find Ear Trumpet Labs, and you can see them hand making the mic. Okay, so you see this tube? No, you can't see the tube. Okay, so the camera changed. So let me put Scott's comment away. Okay, see this? Scotty? Okay, see this? This is a copper tube, a 3/4 or 1 inch copper tube that is used in plumbing. This guy took his hobby of fidgeting with stuff and's got all kinds of machines that barrel this out, hollow that out, has a lathe, all kinds of stuff, and makes things from all different kinds of parts. Okay? And some of the biggest stars, Hall & Oates, they use, not this one, okay, they use the Delphini, which is a myrtle without the circle on it, okay? So John Oates decided that he agrees with me. John Oates agrees with me, okay, that this microphone is one of the best sounding ones, and he uses that, but he doesn't like the circle. So Crowder, anybody that's into Christian music knows who Crowder is. I think he uses a myrtle, actually. Yes, actually he uses a myrtle. Aaron says, I assigned 2 moderators to my channel last week, and I'm getting trolls ever since. Crazy coincidence. How do you all deal with trolls? Yeah, there's so many people in here that do live streams. Aaron wants to know. Tom, Heather, Sammy, Shane. Now that I started naming things, I'm not going to remember everybody. How do you deal with trolls? Aaron says, Peter, maybe we could record a Christmas duet together, Rack Pack style. Are you up for it? I like to record at least one holiday song every December. We could record something after this album is done. Okay? But I don't like the last way we did it. I gotta hear. I'm bad enough without the hearing. Okay? So we gotta connect up in a good way. And actually, the last way we connected up wasn't too bad, to be honest with you. I know someone that did a video on the E10. Bob Asbury's got 2 of them. He's delivering one tonight. I hope he gets to keep the other one. Aaron, you didn't get it. Condenser mic. Phantom power. Oh, Halloween Phantom. Get it? You're right. I didn't get that point of view. I was Halloween. Hollow ring. Hollow. How testing? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to tap these mics. They're too expensive. Bop, 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 bop. Sammy, don't humor him. Don't egg him on. He's just gonna give us. Just gonna give us more of those jokes, Sammy. Stop it, Sammy. Stop. That is a good joke, Aaron, says Sammy. Okay. I'm quite impressed, Sammy. Lewis says, I'm here, Peter. I was in church praying for you all. Shh, did you get out? Do we have to be quiet? Lewis says, oh my God, Phantom. Ha 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 ha. I guess I'm the only dummy in the room. What can I say? You guys found, who's your favorite dummy? If I don't win that one, you need to go watch somebody else, okay? What was the static for removing what was the solution for removing the static? You get rid of Peter. I told you that. It was changing from 44K to 48K. And the way you have to do it is you got to go into applications, go all the way near the bottom in applications. There's a MIDI controller. You go into the MIDI controller, and that sets the basis for the K that the whole computer is going to use. So my computer was 44.1. I changed it to 48, and I have not had static on the Focusrite ever since. And it's not just static. Sometimes you'll get a crack. So like I said, I thought it was power. I thought it was something moving in the room. All kinds of stuff. Okay? And when I did that on the Scarlett, No problems ever since. However, okay, like Norman's chicken, they had a great dinner. We enjoyed it very much. The chicken, not so much. Okay, so since the SSL2 is here, I'm sticking with that one. It's that much better. There's a resonance. There's a harmonic sound in my voice. How do you describe a sound? I don't know how to describe a sound. Okay, but there's a harmonic sound in my voice that happens with the SSL2 that does not happen with the Scarlett. They just know what they're doing. They got it right. They got it right, okay? So Mark says, yes, I have a long weekend. I hope to get some photography done as well. Well, if I had a bet on anybody that's going to get photography done this weekend, it would be Woody and it would be you. Did you see the Fujifilm updates? I'm going to have to buy the new 23mm 1.4. Mark, it caught you. It got you. It got you. Peter, you're behind with the chat. There's nothing wrong with my behind. And leave my behind alone, Sammy. I'm always behind with the chat. You should know that. You've been here long enough to know. I made chicken and fries with the air fryer. It's crazy. No oil at all. You know who else does that? Sly. She uses an air fryer, but I got her using the Instant Pot a lot too now. And she's reluctant to admit it, but she made really, really, really good baby back ribs in her Instant Pot. Lewis says, I'm not a Fuji person, I'm just intrigued. And that's the right way to be. You should be curious about everything that's going on out there. Sammy says, why don't you have the Logic Pro on the Mac Mini? You can use Logic Pro on more than one computer. Well, I'm not quite sure how to do that, Sammy. Sammy, Bobanny, Banana, Nana, Fofani. I'm not quite sure how to put it in there. I thought you had to buy it again, and I'm not buying it again. So maybe there's an easy way. I could check on that. Then I can record it in Logic Pro and then move that over to the other computer. Kippy is still in the car, parked and waiting. Wait, Kippy, where did you go, Kippy? I'm still in the car, parked and waiting for his wife to get some stuff. That's what makes my credit card go up. The stuff. Okay? So Sammy says, I have more Macs than everyone in the chat. Wow. And I have a cassette recorder. Good for you. I have one too. It's a Tascam 4-track cassette recorder. So I can record 4 tracks because it takes the 4 different, because you got 2 tracks on one, and when you flip it over, you get 2 tracks again. Well, this is like a mini recording studio. So you can record on 4 tracks individually, or in pairs for stereos, all on one side of the cassette. You don't flip it over. And it's got DBX in there. And what was the competitor to DBX? Whatever the competitor was, DBS or whatever it was. Sammy, you're quite the little treasure chest there, aren't you? Lewis says, I'm learning Magic Lantern on my EOS M. It's raw 1080 footage, but I'm excited and determined to learn. You're the first person I know personally that actually uses Magic Lantern. Peter, what's our recipe this week? I'm going to, what am I making this weekend? I'm not making it, oh, you mean for the channel? I'm making brisket and baby back ribs. Yes, well, I never did brisket on the channel yet, so I need to make brisket. And I'm making baby back ribs again because I found another way to make them, still in the Instant Pot, and they come out even better. So, gonna share it. I got a kitchen channel. She's just sitting there. I've been on vacation basically from all the channels except the Friday nights for all of August. So now that September has kicked in, next week, here comes the videos, babies. Here they come. Lewis said, I made a blueberry cheesecake last week. I'm ready for more. More blueberry cheesecake, please? Can I have some too? Yeah. Peter teaching us the life hacks. Yep. I could take a recipe and slim it down and make it taste even better. Do you have any recommendations for tutorials to watch? I'm making one now. That's my next project after the CD. I'm making a tutorial as per instructions from Tom Buck, okay, and probably a dozen other people. It's going to be $300, so it's going to be one of my sellers, and it's going to be cameras. I was going to say A to Z, but mostly A to Z. Okay, it's going to start off, what camera do I buy? And it's going to go all the way to the end of how to deal with people and pose people and all that stuff, all in one course for the low, low price of $299. Here's Shane. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I was talking about you a while earlier. I even called you Sean. I haven't done that in a year. And it was an accident. But if you didn't hear it, I don't have to apologize. If a tree falls in a forest and there's no one to hear it, does it actually make a sound? Sammy says, I've been playing drums longer than Tom. I have been playing drums for 14 years. Dang, Sammy, how old are you, dude? Gosh, how old were you when you started playing drums? You must have started very, very young. Lewis says, Peter, do you shoot film these days? Only with a gun. No, I'm not going to go pay to have something developed. What do you think I'm end of sentence, period. Lewis, I'm using GarageBand, but you're making me want to upgrade. Upgrade to what? Oh, to Logic Pro? All right, here's the deal. Logic Pro is going to cost you what? $199 or $299? I don't remember, okay? You can get Reaper, which is used by a lot of professionals, for $60. Actually, you could use it for free because they give you a trial period, and when the trial period's over, they don't shut you off out of the goodness of their heart. So, you know, if you're a student or something like that and you can't pay for it, just keep using it for free. But on a moral basis, they did make something that kind of is very comparable to Logic Pro. It does a lot of really wonderful things, so I would give them the $60. Okay, that's your choice, though. I'm not going to get it. Now, you can get the Logic Pro, and they give it to you for 90 days. N-O. N-O? No, 9-0. 90 days, okay, which is 3 months. So if you get it now, September, October, November. So if you wait till October, you can have it between now and Christmas, okay? Or at least use the trial software. Very good. We're on the same wavelength. Sammy says, I've been using Logic since 2016. Well, I'll bet you got more information in your little pea brain there, Sammy. I'm not picking on you, buddy. I'm just teasing you, okay? Don't get upset. I bet you got more information in your little pea brain on Logic Pro that I don't even know, I haven't even learned yet. So you are, hey, you should make a channel and call it Sammy Superstar. That was a joke, Sammy. You better be laughing. So that's 5 years. So you got that under your belt. Gosh. So Lewis is asking Sammy, is Logic Pro worth it? Sammy says he's laughing. I don't really use plugins. Well, I stack my plugins all the way to the top. And so Sammy says, yes, it's amazing, Lewis. I just duplicate the tracks. Oh, I haven't done that. That's an interesting thing to do. What do you love about photography and being a photographer? The camera. Hello, the camera. And you get to record a moment in time and keep it forever if you want. You don't think that's pretty cool, Lewis? I think that's really awesome. I think that's really, really cool. Lewis says, I'm glad photography brought us together, Peter, and friends. Yeah. You've been watching me for a long time. We've had phone conversations. I'll bet you it's over a year, maybe longer. I think when I first got to talk to you, when I first got my hands on you, I think you were 28. I think you were 28, so that's... 3 years. Gosh, Louis. I use the M audio interface right now. I don't recognize that one. Is that something that I need to know? I don't want to know anymore. I like the SSL2. Yeah, I like the SSL2 Plus. Okay, if I had the money, I probably would get that one. Not that I'm going to use anything. Sammy says that content was hours ago. All right, Sammy, just keep your pantyhose on. Sammy, he'll catch up sooner or later. You overheat Peter. You think you're a funny little guy, don't you? I've been watching you for 2 hours. Wow, how long have I been on? 2 hours, almost 3 hours. Almost 3 hours. And I was supposed to get off early because we're leaving. I bet my family is steaming or we're just not going tonight. We're going to go in the morning. That's why I haven't heard little very quietly so I can't hear it, okay, on the door. Wait. Just go to the App Store. If you have the Apple ID, it's in the same. It's the same like Final Cut Pro. Okay, I will check that out. Do I really need to do that if I got everything is working and everything is fine? Can I record on here and then put it over in there? And the reason that I want to do that is I don't want to move. Some of this is interactive with my live streaming. So I can't disconnect all the audio stuff and strip it out. And what happens on Friday night and when I want to make my videos. So there's a certain amount of I need to keep the audio intact, which is one of the reasons, just in case you want to be curious, one of the reasons why I'm not eager to go, and strip this out and move everything over to the other computer. So when I need to make a recording, because I'm back in business in September, I took the August off, okay, so I need to make a video on, whatchamacallit, the ZFC. By the way, the ZFC is plugged into the USB port, and we are 3 hours, and she hasn't shut down, and she hasn't overheated. Let's check and see if the ZV1 has overheated. Nope. There's Peter's lap right there. Thumbs up. Not overheated. Aaron. Aaron has not overheated. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so that was Sammy. We got Lewis. I don't have Final Cut either. I have GarageBand and iMovie. Okay. Well, they're both good. They provide it for you to start. Lewis says, maybe I'll try the trial. And should I get an Instant Pot? That is a really clear-cut answer. Everybody should have an Instant Pot. Okay? Use my link in Peter's Kitchen because it'll give me like $2. All right? But get the Instant Pot Pro. Get the right one. Don't start off with the wrong one. Instant Pot Pro 6 quart. So how do you remember 6? It's all of these fingers and one more. Okay? Instant Pot Pro. You got a recipe to learn this weekend. For me or for you? For either one of us. Make baby back ribs. Go to the store, get them frozen, let them stay in the refrigerator overnight, or put them in warmish water in the sink for about 20 minutes. They come cryovac, which means they're sealed. Wait till them to thaw out, then cut them into thirds so you can fit it in the Instant Pot, and I'll make a video on what you need to do. If you can't wait for my video, you call me and I will tell you on the phone step by step on what to do, or text me and I'll call you because I think it costs you money when you call me. Okay? It's funny because with the youth, the film cameras are trendy and vintage. Yeah, I noticed that. Sammy's laughing at me. Sammy, don't laugh at me. You're going to hurt my feelings, dude. No, he's not laughing at me. M Audio is a good interface, and a lot of people use the M Audio Fast Track with the PowerBooks in the early 2000s. And Sammy is saying, true, true, true. Ba-da-ba-bum. Sammy, I think Sammy's agreeing with himself. Leo, it's about that time where you can be getting up over there. That's right, in Germany, my friend, my pal. I just mentioned you the other day to somebody. Yes, I have somebody that comes in, and he's becoming a good friend of the channel, and it's you. It's you, Leo. You always come, when you come in, I always know it's about time to end the stream. No offense, okay? But the good thing is I was behind, so you got to hear some of the stuff going on. Sammy says, I know you have a cooking channel, and I'm subscribed. When are you going to make a cooking song? We gotta cook, cook, cook in the kitchen. Gotta cook, cook, cook in the kitchen. Where, Sammy, the drums. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. We gotta cook, cook, cook in the kitchen. Gotta cook, cook, cook in the kitchen. Sammy says, it's 1 a.m. What time are you supposed to be in bed, young man? Are you like me, where you stay up till 3, 4, 5 in the morning and then sleep until 1 in the afternoon? Okay. It's okay. I do that too. I love you, Sammy. Thank you for spending so much time with me. I want you to know I appreciate it. Okay? Just an FYI. Everybody that's here with me, I do appreciate you spending the time. But Sammy especially, because he's young and he should get bored. But he stays with me. So thank you, Sammy. I'm giving you a thank you from me to you. All right, good buddy? All right, and on that note, we're going to say goodbye, and this is going to be a quick and cold goodbye, because I am going to switch to this camera where I could say I love each and every one of you. I pray for each and every one of you every single night. I go in my closet where I can close the door, and it's a little darkish, and I get to say my prayers, okay? And I pray for all you guys. And I'm only telling you that because I want you to know that I do love each one of you. And the best thing that I could do is, hey God, remember Sammy? I pray you bless him. Get him a new camera. So anyway, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Yeah, well, thank you, God. Thank you, guys. I love you all, and I am not going to just go to... the long goodbye. I'm going to say the short goodbye and say see you later. I see Louis, you just popped up. Text me. Okay, catch you later. I love each and every one of you. Have a safe Labor Day weekend. Don't forget, COVID is still out there. Don't take extra chances. You don't want to get sick. Be cautious. Wash your hands. Don't touch your eyes, your mouth, or any other holes that you've got until you wash your hands, because that goes in ears, eyes, nose, okay? And that's it. I love you guys, and thank you for being here. It does mean a lot to me. It really does. I'm not BSing you. You know, the normal ending is like, yeah, I love all of you. Thank you. I appreciate you all so much. And I'm not saying anything bad about people that do that. But I actually look forward to the end of the week when I get to spend time with you. It's important to me. And it makes me feel good. It's a little bit therapeutic. You know, getting together with friends is a little bit therapeutic. Well, I can't sit with my friends, so we visit like this. I try to make the best of it. I try to be funny. I know I get too silly. Don't smack me down too hard, okay? So, love you. Safe weekend. It's a 3-day weekend. No mail on Monday for USA. No stock market on Monday for USA. Okay? And... that's it. Bye-bye.
You have just watched another Peter Gregg video. Something warm, human, and wonderful happens when you watch Peter Gregg. Thank you for watching.